Taste the goodness. Taste the goodness of my honey sauce. What's up? Let's go to the chat. Hail War Campaign. Hail the chat. Could we spill one out for Can we spill one out for Evan's penis? It hasn't seen the light of the sun for 45 years. Hail, brothers. Hail War Campaign. Got Woodrow. Man, Woodrow, hail the chat. Emily. Always nice to have you here, Emily. Thanks for being here. CJ. CJ, power up, CJ. Hail. Got ourselves some Akuma. Kuma. What's going on, man? Dude, is Joe Exotic, is he out of jail or in jail? Because he is now the leader of fucking War Campaign. He has usurped the throne. He has usurped the position from Roe. I guess Roe was too busy taking a shit on a beach. So this weird queer with fucking tigers stole it from him. But hail. Good to see that he's alive and kicking. I don't know where the fuck he is though. Got Bat Sauce in the house. I gotta do some more artwork for Bat Sauce. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Huron. What's the deal, dog? What's the deal? What's going on, Judge? Can't go wrong with fucking Judge Dredd. Oh, that's a fucking bummer. Fuck you, Carol Baskins. Fuck you. You fucking bitch. Let's see. I put the chat in the Discord. So we're just gonna go through it. This is what I'm gonna do on Saturdays. We're gonna kind of just go through some shit. I'm gonna drink this glass of wine. People may show up, people may not show up. I don't know, but you know, as we're talking about different things that I bookmarked, we're gonna talk about work. We're gonna talk about some work. I got a call today for some more painting work. So I said I was available. So we're gonna call and have a little Zoom meeting after Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna be doing a cool stream. You know, when there's like streams where I'm painting out in the garage. I'm gonna be doing one of those. I have no idea what I'm gonna be painting though. Burp a derp. Look at these houses. So this is supposed to cultivate a pedestrian-friendly design. Isn't that weird? So it encourages walking, socialization, and community. Harmonious blend of nature and architecture. Visual appeal from multiple perspectives, aerial and ground level. Where is it? Copenhagen. Yeah, Copenhagen. It's like white as fuck there. Of course they're cool with it. They're white as shit and they all ride bicycles. They're fine with this. I don't know if these are like hedges that they've like built. I don't know. Is this like pre-planned hedges or are they building? I don't know, guys. I don't know. You think EVS is the Carol Baskins of Comicsgate? I don't know. What about that guy in Myrtle Beach? There's like a tiger rescue thing in Myrtle Beach, and I'm watching that Tiger King thing. And I was like, what the fuck? Myrtle Beach. There's Myrtle Beach. Because I used to live there. And there's like a dude with a bunch of tigers and shit. He's got some land. And then he's got a bunch of women. And I think he's like, just like banging them all. So they're like, hey, baby. So Carol Baskin. Goddamn Carol Baskin. Yeah, I don't know who EVS would be. I'm hoping EVS would be a tiger and he just gets put out. Cool building. Matt, why are you looking at this? Well, I like looking at the architecture. I like looking at the way it's drawn. That's pretty cool. I just like that. It's pretty cool. Am I gonna swipe it? No, I'm not gonna swipe it. But I like the way the trees are. I like the way that this tree in the background is a black being used as a shape. I don't know if this fucking is like a black hole sun or if this is like part of the structure of the building. Also, like the use of Pantone colors, like calling out like warm grays, number 7. Some of these greens got a 153. What is that? 404 yellow. I know this is a 304. That's a pretty good blue. Like 300 is a good blue. But a 208 red, I don't know. I'm more of a 485 red. More of a 485 red. Let's get crazy. Just see what shows up. See what shows up. I'm just chilling here. Somebody might want to show up and talk some shit to me. I don't know. I'm pretty chill right now. It'd be kind of fun. Somebody want to try to start shit with me now. I like the building. It'd be cool is if this was like letters. It'd be pretty cool. It's like some Dune shit. I watched Dune. I don't know if you guys watched that new series, Dune Prophecies on HBO. I don't like it. I just don't. I don't think it's landing at all. I think the story's kind of boring. It's really fucking vague. I don't know. There's like too many like brand new things happening. Like, oh, this person is one who started the como se dice, the breeding program, and then also this one is the first one to use the voice. It's just like, and then it runs into like one of those things where when you were reading Godlike and you were like, what the fuck is going on with all these years getting thrown around, thousands of years getting thrown around? And so it's like, oh, this is 150 years after the Butlerian Jihad, which is like their fucking war against Skynet, right? They're like war against thinking machines. And so this is after that, and nobody's allowed to have any thinking machines. But it's also 10,000 years before Paul Atreides is born. I mean, 10,000 years is fucking crazy, dude. Like, why are you throwing out these fucking insane numbers? It's like you throw out these insane numbers, and then everybody looks like they're kind of dressed the same. So you're gonna tell me in 10,000 years everybody's wearing the same fucking boots and shit, and like have the same swords? Like, it's almost like 10,000 years might have well. I mean, you take 10,000 years from now into the past, we were wearing some crazy shit. Like, why aren't they wearing like rubber stuff with lights and floating pieces of leather? Suspensor beamed fucking fashion. Very weird because it's like this is 10,000 years, but like they've already got shields, like personal shields and shit. I'm like, I like this painting. I like this painting where it's almost like I got a fucking bit on my hand by a goddamn fire ant, and it fucking itches. This painting, it's like almost these cool geometric shapes, could be anything, but then you give it this the shadow across it, and it just fucking looks dope as shit. Some architects are just damn too good. What? Some architects are just damn too good with sketching. That sounds weird. I don't think an American wrote that. Some architects are just too damn good for sketching. I like how he did those palm trees. The bushes are cool. The multiple blocks and stuff for this building is dope as shit. That's dope as shit. And it's like super simple shapes, you know? A couple of triangles. You're really just drawing some triangles and some blocks within your perspective. And there's the street. So you're even like with the streets sign, or not street signs, but the lines for the street. You're like getting his perspective line. So there you go. It's almost an isometric point of view. But I love that. I like that it's like it's almost impressionist. There's like a certain level of I'm not going to sit there and try to draw a tiled roof, but I got a certain technique of drawing. It's like shorthand. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, these aren't all like equal and shit, but you're still nailing it, and it's dope as shit. Like, I'd rather see this. I'd rather see like slight imperfections in the drawing to show that it's like hand drawn, rather than just like, yeah, I just went ahead and made it in the computer and then plopped it on. And then you could like extrapolate this a little bit, like, oh, here's a building. Like, you could just take the bottom of that and in your head just kind of stretch it down and then maybe pull it apart a little bit, and suddenly you have a really cool fucking dojo Asian looking fucking fortress building. It's kind of cool. That's kind of what when I look at this shit. Boop. Booping ain't easy. What's going on, dude?
Hey, how are we doing? How's everything? What are you drawing?
Good. I'm not drawing right now. I'm taking a break. I'm just looking through some stuff I bookmarked.
Oh, you did draw that? That looks cool.
Doesn't it look cool?
Yeah.
It looks super cool, right? Yeah, it's like some sort of stadium.
Yeah.
How you doing, man? How's your day?
Good. Just work. I'm turning into a wuss, man. I can't deal with the cold. I already broke out the thermals.
What?
Yeah, breaking out the thermals is like going nuclear. There's no way back from that.
Yeah. Not until springtime, right?
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to survive February. It's that's usually the coldest month. I'm just hoping that the furlough resets and I might be off during February. That's all I hope. I can't deal with the cold anymore. I'm such a wuss.
You should get a desk job.
Yeah, well, I'm a couple of years and I can retire, get a pension, get out of New York.
And then you just do comic books full time.
That's what I would like to do. That's the plan. I mean, I shouldn't have to worry about money. I'll have a pension.
Right?
Yeah.
This isn't comic book artwork, but I just like the way
that looks great.
Stuff is drawn. Yeah, right?
That my wife buys these adult coloring books, and that's kind of what it reminds me of. That's very relaxing and peaceful. They should be.
I mean, and plus, it's like I'm looking
right there.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like, oh yeah, look, you can, I could draw Wolverine or I could draw, a dinosaur. It's like, that's cool, but like, can you draw like real cool foliage? Did I just say that right? You know what I mean? Can you draw like plants and shit? Because sometimes you're like flipping through books and you're like, what the fuck are they drawing?
I remember my mom went to a wedding and Mike Carlin was there. So somebody she knew also knew, and he was an editor at DC at the time. Mm-hmm. They were sitting at the same table and they were talking about My mom tells him I wanted to draw comic books. I wanted to write comic books, but that shows you what my mom knew.
Like, dude, I mean, keep talking. I'm just like, I'm jamming on these.
Yeah, these are
like
beautiful.
those leaves right there. Like, that's some shit that, I mean, there's a bunch of times where I'm having to draw jungle stuff. You know, Rock and Roll Ninja, there's like bunches of jungle scenes. So it was just like, you got to kind of like draw fairly realistic shit. And like, this is,
But that's what my
I didn't
caller
quite,
was saying.
but that's like, you know, where I was looking at.
So they were talking for a while. My mother's like, yeah, my caller was like, I'm sure he could draw Batman and Superman, but could he draw a hand with wrinkled clothes? Could he draw foliage? Could he draw, you know what I mean? Could he draw buildings? Does he know perspective? And my mom was stumped because I can't draw any of that. If I could draw any of that, you know, this is cool too.
Yeah, that's kind of cool as well. Yeah, dude, it's like, yeah, look, here's Batman, like jumping through. It's like, all right, well, draw a telephone for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, draw a phone, draw a fucking normal phone on it. Like, if you could draw a phone, then you could draw pretty much anything. You know what I mean? It's like, draw a car. Just draw a normal car. Don't draw a fucking, you know, a futuristic car. Like, draw a fucking sedan.
Yeah.
Let's say you get a script and Captain America runs across the street and picks up a fucking station wagon filled with groceries. You know what I mean? Like, draw that. You know, can you fucking do that? You know, and the masters could, dude. I'm not saying guys can't now, but it's like that's the kind of level of.
I've been reading old Eries and Creepies from Warren magazine, and I'm just marveling at the draftsmanship. Like, there's panels of just like a stagecoach pulling up to a castle, and it's just like an old village. You know, there's nothing fantastic about it. It might as well be a photograph in a brochure, but I'm like, somebody sat there and drew this without a computer, without anything. I can only imagine they had T-squares and.
Yeah, well, you know, also those guys back in the day, they weren't growing up with the comic books, right? So they were like journeyman illustrators. They're just happy to be getting work, right? And it was like, yo, what script are you going to give me? All right, today you're going to be doing a Western.
Right.
Sounds good. I'm drawing horses for the next 2 weeks.
I got 4 kids now, and I just got back from World War II. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, sounds good. I'm gonna do some westerns. Hey man, do you want to do superhero? Fuck it, give me superhero. Hey, do you like Gil Kane before he did Spider-Man was doing a bunch of romance comics, right? And it's like, yo, man, those romance comics look fucking amazing. The buildings look fucking dope. The people all look fucking fantastic. And they were just like, hey man, you want to do some Spider-Man? Hey, whatever, as long as I'm fucking working, as long as you're calling me, I'll fucking draw whatever you want. You know, so that's what's cool. Is so like
John Romita Sr. told me that, you know, I told you my work colleague was next door neighbors with them, and he invited me over. We were sitting at his house talking, and he was just like, yeah, when they asked me to take over Ditko's place, he goes, we all thought Ditko was crazy because there was no gigs, there was no permanent gigs, there was no stable work. You know, and Ditko was giving up a stable. He goes, some people got mad at me, but like, dude, he's like, I had to pay for a house. You know, I had a kid. You know, I was, you know, of course I'm going to take that work. He goes, it was just like a dream come true. He goes, and I was going to give it my all. He goes, this was the one shot. You know, we forget how like unstable comic book artist work is, you know?
Yeah, it's super unstable. I mean, for you know, this is some glazing, but it's like nobody. So I went to SVA and I went for comic book illustration. Like, I had some amazing instructors. I've talked about it before.
Yeah,
but like nobody sat us down and was like, all right, Matt Barr, you're 22, 23. When you finish here, there are going to be
you kids okay?
You hear me?
Yeah.
So like nobody sat down and was like, hey, there's already a whole bunch of older guys working in an industry that's small as shit. You know,
right. And they're all super professionals, and they all could draw cowboys. They could all draw superheroes. They could all draw westerns, and they don't complain. and they're all grateful for work. So, you had to produce quality stuff. Anybody, pick up like an old Eerie or a Warren magazine. I did a couple of videos of them. I got to go back to them now that my campaign's over. All my comics have been shipped. People are getting the comics. I hope you got them. Hope you like them. I'm entertaining Matt's back. I was entertaining the idea of a second chance campaign. What do you guys think? Is that cheesy? Is that bad form? I don't know. I'm new at this. Torchbearer wants to know, what years were you at that school, Matt? Turn on your mic.
From 95 to 98. But then I also did some continuing education after that, like with Shelley Bond.
Oh, so I never would have seen you. I left New York in 93.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I was visiting New York before then.
Okay.
Like in 89. So I think the first time I went to New York, I was like 10. I was born in 76. So
you were one of those annoying little kids that was still stage diving when I was already 200 pounds and couldn't stage dive anymore. Get the hell off of me, you sweaty little skinny kids.
Yeah, dude, I would fucking run across the stage at the Limelight and then hit a speaker and jump off in a karate kick into the fucking crowd, dude. Just like, yeah, into the crowd. And like, nobody would like pick me up and beat the shit out of me. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? You just like, you did a karate kick out into the
soaking wet. Who cared?
Yeah. So I went to there, and then before I went to SVA, I did some earlier classes. Like they had some like outside classes at SVA, like continuing ed classes, but I was in there with like adults and shit. And then I also was a member of the Art Student League of New York. You know about that?
No idea. Never heard of it before.
Yeah, the Art Student League of New York. It's you pay for it, and they have classes, and they have different stuff setting up. So like when I went to go visit my uncle in the city during the summer times, like he made sure I like had shit to do. You know what I mean? It wasn't just like Matt Barr cut loose into Manhattan. It was like, all right, well, you're gonna do these life drawings. You're gonna be doing this. You know what I mean? He had all kinds of like shit set up for me to do. It was awesome. But
yeah, I remember you were talking about stage diving. I forget what band it was, but I got up on that stage, did that stupid dance that you do. You got to perform a little bit before you do a stage dive.
Mm-hmm.
And then I jumped and the whole crowd parted, and I hit the ground, and I was like, a couple of guys helped me up, and I was like, I'm done. And the guy was just like, dude, once you hit 200 pounds, you don't stage dive anymore.
Yeah, maybe you kind of like lean back and like let people kind of carry you a little bit.
You're 130
but like,
and you do your little dance and you jump, they catch you and they toss you around.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
There comes a point when you got that overhanging belly, you ain't stage diving no more.
People can be like, get the fuck out of here, you fat ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wetlands was dope. CBGB's was already kind of like burnt out a little bit by the time I was like running around, but definitely Wetlands.
CB's was
a couple
fun.
of other couple of places.
I remember the very first time, I must have been like 15 years old, the first time I went to CBGB's, and I was like all scared, and and I walked in, and all I could think of is like, this is it. Like I expected so much, I expected so much.
You expected something, but it's so tiny. And dude, like you have to go downstairs to the bathroom. Did you go downstairs?
Yeah, that was my trick. I have to go to the bathroom, and I'd go and then cut into the band's backstage area and talk to the bands because they could not let you go to the bathroom. Just go talk. You see how I talk to comic book people. I was just the same way with musical people. I'd talk to anybody.
Yeah, I guess I didn't. I took pictures. I've got like a bunch of pictures of like bands and stuff. I'd go to the show and like take pictures and then mail them back to my friends in Virginia.
Oh, Garfield Bizarre Comics says, congratulations, John. You did it with a broken neck. I did it with, I got a hernia surgery. I had 6 hernias. I broke my neck, and the last week I had COVID. So I still delivered my comics. So I don't want to hear anybody's excuses why they can't deliver. You know, I didn't want to tell people that I was packing your bags with COVID.
Oh shit!
You get a surprise with each comic.
Do you see? Yeah, so you're just like opening the bag up and like stick a comic in.
Open it.
Next
open
one.
it up. Don't open it near grandma.
Open it up.
Keep Nana away from your Talking Heads just released a 77 album, bonus stubs. Yeah. But they ain't got time for that now. This ain't no Mud Club or CBGBs.
This ain't no party. This ain't no disco. This ain't no moving around.
You danced with the one that that brought you there, and I always got mad that Talking Heads put that lyric in their songs.
Mm.
Come on,
I met the lead singer one time.
Oh, he's supposedly a nice guy, weird guy, but nice.
Yeah, David Burns. Yeah. So I was working at this skate shop in Manhattan called PSN. It was called PSNY, Pro Sports New York, but it was everybody called it PSNY for short. And he came in one time and he bought rollerblades for his kid. But it was like, I was just like sitting there like flipping through this magazine called Big Brother. You remember Big Brother?
No, I don't.
Dude, Big Brother was the best fucking magazine ever. Second to fucking Wizard. So I was just sitting there and like I look up and I'm like, oh fuck. That's fucking David Burns. You know what I mean? Nah. He was fucking dressed Norman. Yeah, he was like, excuse me. Can I get some rollerblades?
There's rollerblades at the bottom of the ocean.
How did I get here? Where's the rollerblades? Yeah, so he was like, and I remember like getting rollerblades for his son and shit. It was funny. But I was like, holy shit, you guys know who that was? And they were just like, that's the lead singer for Talking Heads. This ain't no party.
But the owner of my comic book store looked exactly like David Byrne. Exactly. And he had that thing started talk. So it's funny, on Halloween, he made like a big jacket. And he was like, buy a comic. There are comics at the bottom of the ocean. It was a fun place to hang out and buy comics from.
Look at this shit, dude. It's basically a fucking iPad.
Yeah.
Is
that 2001?
Yeah. So this is 2001. There's your fucking iPad. And then here's your fucking food. It's like an assortment of pâtés.
Yeah.
And there's like shades of brown.
Yeah, I've been to a Mexican restaurant that has like refried beans that looks like that, some gravy.
And then just like some butter. Just like, here's your fucking lard. Here's your cup. Look at these fucking, like, why do you even have a fork? Just have a spoon.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's like a little spoon.
And in the future, you'd think they would be like, yo, fuck that shit. Just have a spork. Like, sporks are fucking brilliant.
There's nothing to cut.
It's not. It's just like you're just scooping weird shit.
I remember
it's like a weird pâtés.
She took me to an Arabic restaurant, and it was just,
Ugh.
It was like a round plate, and it was just various like pâtés. This is couscous. This is, I don't know what it was. It was good, but I was just like, throw a steak on top of this, and I'll smear this stuff all over the steak and eat it. But so
look at this shit. This motherfucker's got like 8 or 9. Like, dude, you couldn't put all that on one.
Yeah,
you've got warp drive, but you can't put all of this on one hard drive.
Yeah, well,
you gotta have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fucking tricorders, or whatever the fuck these are called.
It always bothered me that every Star Trek movie they changed the uniforms, and I know they did that to sell action figures, but I'm like, the military doesn't change uniforms every 3 years.
No. What is your favorite Star Trek? It's been a long time.
It's obvious.
From here to there. It's been a long
time. Original Star Trek, Captain Kirk. I know people say it's a hard watch to watch the original Star Trek, but
the motion picture?
No, just the original TV series.
Yeah, that's fucking weird, dude. None of those people look like they're flying through space.
Right. I know it's dated. It's a product.
Motherfuckers got go-go boots on. The men have go-go boots with pursed pants.
Yeah,
I just remember looking at that as a kid being like,
those mini skirts trump everything else.
Yeah, those are pretty nice.
But I just love it because they forget that Star Trek was an exploration of like the human condition. It was and Kirk himself was a philosopher. Kirk was the warrior king. He was the philosopher and the fighter. And later on, they always just explore that Kirk never hit on anybody that was subordinate to him. You know what I mean? Although he's always famous for banging everybody throughout the galaxy, but it was always women that he didn't have authority. And he always made it clear that the Enterprise was his first love. He would pontificate about how he would stay up at night studying, and he loved his college professors. And then they forgot all about that going forward.
It's almost like, oh, Mandy, you're a fine girl, such a good wife you would be. But my love, my lady is an Enterprise.
And then you watch The Next Generation, and I like Picard, but Riker, I can't stand Riker. Riker was hitting on.
You don't like Riker?
No, go watch it. He's going to 10 forward.
Yo, I love Riker. I love those fucking. He's like,
yeah,
he gets over the fucking. He's like, yo, he's just like, yo, let me air up my dick. It's wet. Let me air up my wet dick here.
They both do that. AC Slater would spin the chair around.
I love that shit, dude. I mean, as a kid, because you were like, yeah, like Picard was like the boss. You know what I mean? He was bald. He was a little bit older, but he could still fuck you up if he needed to. But then you had Riker, who was just like, yeah, it just made sense. He was like his Mr. Bly,
sense. But my problem with Riker is he would go to 10 forward and he was hitting on all of his subordinates.
I think he would drink with them. There's a couple episodes
your eyes where look so good against. Picard would even make fun of his your eyes look great against eternity or something like that. He had this famous line, and then the worst.
Yeah, but shit, if it works, right? If it works, Riker's just like, yo,
hit on your subordinates. You know what I mean?
What kind of a game would you have if you had like a hologram thing to practice on?
I don't know.
You don't have any confidence, practice in this bar to go talk to that
Barclay,
chick.
He would go. His program. He had all the females.
Yeah, but there was also an episode where Riker did that too. Like he meets somebody, and as soon as he walk it's a diplomat or somebody, he walks them to the to their suite, and then right after he's like, boop, boop. Yeah, bridge. Yeah, I'm gonna go in the holodeck. All right, later.
Yeah, that was
he's like, this chick is so hot, I gotta go fuck a hologram of her real quick just to get it off of my mind.
I think if you get in trouble, you get the worst job on the Enterprise, which is like the holodeck jizz mopper.
They've got dude. That's disgusting because. The computer has lasers. Listen, the computers have lasers, and they're cleaning up the holodeck, and they're absorbing the molecules. And then later on, when you're like, "Hey, man, I really would love a steak and potatoes," suddenly the computer is making shit out of thin air.
You reconstituted Riker jizz.
Yeah, dude, your fucking dandruff and jizz from the fucking hologram has now been. Reassembled into a salad.
This tastes familiar somehow.
Why is my salad salty? What the fuck is going on here? I would rather just be like, fuck it. Give me some weird Klingon shit that I got a fist fight.
Give me some moving Klingon food.
Here's some yeah.
But the creepiest guy in all of Star Trek is Dr. Bashir from Deep Space Nine. He was a doctor who would hit on his patients while he was examining them.
Ew, brother.
Yeah, I was like, oh man,
But at least they were down to fuck. You know what I mean? At least it was like, we're in the future. I have a hologram, but I still want to smash some real puss. That's pretty dope.
But like I said, Kirk gets.
Dude, do you think that there's procedures or protocols with the hologram or the holodeck?
Johnny,
you know what I mean?
Was AC Slater in space? Solid theory. Yeah, they both sat the wrong way on. But we used my friend used to go, I'm going to go AC Slater now. And that meant he was going to go sit backwards on the toilet and take a crap. And I,
the fuck?
like, oh,
What do you like shit on the seat? Why do you?
He would just sit backwards facing the wall. That was the AC Slater.
What the fuck?
I was like, oh, the Riker maneuver. He goes, yeah, there's 2 types of nerds. Saved by the Bell nerds and Star Trek nerds. But it amounts to the same thing. You sit on the toilet backwards.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Oh, dude, no doubt, man.
We call that the
that's the shit I grew up on. That was the shit that I grew up on was Next Generation.
Oh, I love the Next Generation, but I mean, growing up,
because everything looked fucking futuristic at that point. Like I try to watch the old Star Trek original, and they've got knobs and they've got wood and shit, and it's just like I can't fucking deal with that. But you get into the Next Generation, and they got touch screens, you know. Especially in the other later episodes, like it just gets better and better.
Yes, yeah. Next Generation.
Armak and Jalad at Tanagra. What, dude? I fucking love that episode.
Yeah,
dude.
that's a good episode.
You know,
I know.
The sails unfurled.
My wife bought me the complete series of the original Star Trek, and you could switch the special effects to like upgraded CGI.
Oh, really?
And I know that's heresy, but it just looks so good. You know, so sometimes I'll switch it back to be like, yeah, this is better. Yeah, better than an Upper Deck. Oh my God, an Upper Deck is terrible. You know what that is, right?
Yeah. I would be super mad about that, dude.
And not only that, but Michael, there's one step further. There's the dry dock. The dry dock is when you take all the water out of the Upper Deck and then do the Upper Deck, so it just stinks.
Fuck. See, I talk some mad shit on internet, but in real life, I'm not gonna do that to somebody. That's just fucking.
And then there's the tuna humidifier, which is
that's a completely different thing. See, dude, look at this. Boop, boop, boop. Like, what the fuck are you writing on, dude? It looks like one of those styluses that you like lift up the plastic and you can like rewrite shit. Like, oh, let me lift up the plastic and then rewrite shit. Like, what are why you got 3 buttons?
Because it's cool.
This motherfucker's over here. You know what he's writing down right there? He's writing down the lyrics to fucking Bilbo Baggins song. He's like, Bilbo
Baggins, greatest hobbit of them all.
Yeah, and then I'm talking shit about Mr. Three Buns, and then we got 4 giant black buttons with a bullshit screen with like why do you have this outline?
Is this Next Generation?
This is Dune. This is David Lynch's Dune.
I can't get into Dune. I keep trying and I just don't like it.
Yeah, man. I feel like collectively all the different things that they've done, they're kind of creating a decent Dune image, but individually each one has like failed in some way. I tried reading David Lynch didn't even read the fucking book.
David Lynch, he took his name off it. It's a Alan Smithy film.
Well, there's two different versions. There's like the one version, and then I like the fucking 8-hour version of it, to be honest.
Yeah. Bat Sauce says that Dune is the most overrated book of all time, but you know it's not an overrated book.
Is it
illuminated book from Bat Sauce? I got his book.
I wish, dude. This right here, I wish I'm reading DS9 is the Frontier. I wish they leaned into that. I wish they leaned into DS9 being like a frontier like place.
Right.
Because it just didn't feel like it. It felt like a fucking resort or something. You know what I mean? It just didn't feel like
I watched the first season and I watched this half of the second season. It is awful so far, Deep Space Nine. I just can't get into it.
And I'm watching it, I'm going, yo, what is Hawk doing on this fucking TV show? Do you remember Spencer for Hire?
Yeah.
Spencer for Hire had like the TJ on the street, and it was that actor. It was Hawk, and so it was just like, yo, this guy's Hawk, and now he's Supak.
I will say that the Dune board game, Dune Imperium, I think it's called, is awesome. I don't like Dune, but that board game is awesome.
I like the book, man, and there was a point in my life where I would say, yeah, I've read Dune like 20 times. I really enjoyed it.
Try. Maybe,
I really enjoyed it, but at this point, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll give it another try. I mean, I
don't. It's one of those. It's funny because I saw one of those graphs where it was like, the number of words you make up for your sci-fi story, like equals like how weird it gets or something, and it's just like to require a glossary.
Yeah, I
like
remember
Dune
when I saw the
has,
movie,
like,
we were handed a glossary. There's only 2 movies that I was handed a glossary. One was Dune, and the other one was Caveman with Ringo Starr.
Oh fuck, Caveman! That shit was dope, dude.
Lars Zug Lana.
Dude, he fucking drops her in the fucking dino shit at the end. Yeah, and they were all like armored up with dino armor and shit at the end. Dude, that shit was fucking dope. Fucking Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid's first
was
movie,
in that.
and what's her name's first movie? The girl from Cheers, Shelley Long.
Yes, that's right. Yo, this is some weird shit. I like this. This is kind of cool.
This looks cool.
But the chick, okay, so the chicks, they got bikinis, and then there's just a fucking giant skeleton on the beach.
Well, if you could control the atmosphere, why not have chicks in bikinis?
And then there's some other people over here, and they look like they're molesting a dolphin that's been pulled out of the water. Like, this guy looks like his fucking underwear has been pulled down. This woman looks like she's holding the back tail. This guy's got his fucking...
If I got a space yacht like this, I'm getting girls in bikinis in it. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, totally. And get like a robot in the beginning. Dude, look at the front of this with the little windshield wiper.
It looks like
dope.
a classic like 50s space car, I love retro future.
I love fucking retro, dude. 70s is my jam, bro.
Now you make. I have a book of all.
Look at that, and dude, and just the art, dude. I know we got some artists in the chat, man. Just man, I fucking love this art style. I just love it. Using a solid color, like this guy just was like, yo, let me just put some buildings here with his gray marker. Maybe he went back over it with some white chalk, and like this is not computer generated. You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't like, look what I did in Procreate, or hey, look what I did in my fucking Photoshop. You know what I'm saying? This is like,
this is some guy who worked for an advertising agency having fun.
I fucking love, dude. I love advertising art, dude. One day I got to go downstairs and get some of my advertising books, dude, because I love this shit.
Mike Bancroft says we got to bring back Art Deco. I totally agree. I'm trying to do a little bit of it in my comic book, but
I want to see Art Deco without it being spoken about. You know what I mean? I don't be like, oh, everything's Art Deco. I just wanted to make this Art Deco design. No, just put it in there. I would love to see that. Just these Art Deco spaceships and stuff. That would be dope. That'd be super dope. Like with the melted wings of like, those like cool angels that they had in the front of cars, the hood ornaments.
Yeah,
there's like draping kind of stuff, dude. Oh, fuck yeah. Love it.
Cool. I'm enjoying every once in a while. I'm getting a message. Just got your comic. And my sister just got my comic.
And they're like, I just got your comic. Everything is shit except for that Sea Hippies ad. That is the best thing I've ever fucking read.
It's hurt my feelings. Like, there's guys from high school that I haven't heard from in like 30 years. Like, dude, I heard you made a comic. And, they bought it. I sent it to them, and I'm like, "What did you think?" They're like, "Oh, I'm not into comics. I'm not, I just packed it away." I'm like, "Dude, I might as well have just sent you blank pages. Like I wrote a story, I hired an artist, and you're not going to read it,
There is somebody that I'm friends with in Comicsgate, and he has my book, and every once I'll be like, "Yeah, man, have you read my book yet?" He's like, "No, I haven't gotten to it yet." I'm just like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, why'd you even order it then?"
Yeah, I just got.
And he's also asking me for art. Where he's like, "Hey, are you gonna do that job for me?" And I'm like, I mean, he hasn't paid me or anything. It's not like I'm like sitting on it, but it's just like, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to draw that thing for you if you haven't even read my book.
Yeah, it hurts your feelings
a little bit. I'm not saying that. That sounds
Vaughn's
like.
Been asking. I'm like, sorry, Vaughn. I got your book in the middle of fulfillment. I didn't read it yet. I'm gonna read. It's the next comic on the pile to read. You know,
I
so
love fucking Roquefort's ink work, dude. It's very Greg Capullo. I mean, Roquefort is motherfucking Roquefort, but his line work is it's very reminiscent of Capullo. Capullo on Batman and stuff. Oh, skeet, skeet, skeet. I fucking love it, dude. I love it. I even love the flats, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, that
I
looks.
like the flats, dude. Like
I like that too.
I really like the flats. Maybe I could see this being maybe like, this part of it being a slightly shade, different green, or maybe his armor being a different shade, the gray of this being I don't know exactly, but like I really like the flats of it, dude. Stop over rendering the fucking colors.
Yeah, I just saw another thing on Twitter. Somebody got my comic. Wolvesbane Comics just got it.
Nice.
It is a good feeling, guys.
That's dope. So he did the cover and then he got a bunch of copies and then did some cool like additional shit up at the top. That's dope as fuck, man. Roquefort.
What do you got? You got
Roquefort.
Let me ask while people are in the chat. Do you guys read these comics that you buy? Do you think like these indie people just buy comics just to buy comics? Because I read every comic. I might not read them right away because I got 18 long boxes of comics I haven't read yet because I'm a crazy person. But I will read every comic that I buy. When I retire, I'm just reading comics. Yeah. I read my comics. Yeah, I read them eventually. I'm in the Michael Bancroft category.
Yeah, if I get a new comic, dude, I will fucking sit there and I'll read it 2-3 times.
Rock and Roll Ninja was the last comic that I read the day I got it because I was to get it.
Really?
You were working on my comic. I didn't want to because I have a bad habit. I'll put it in a pile, then I'll put stuff on top of it and forget about it. So I kind of take all my indie comics, all new comics. I have 3 piles of comics. All indie comics are in one pile, so I read them first.
Man, the amount of shit talking that I do to other people's books, I'd expect one of these people to like pull out my book and be like, all right, let me look at your stuff. But
no, I like
they can't. I don't know.
I really like your New York scenes. That was my favorite, is like all the rooftops, because I got the feeling that you, like Frank Miller, were probably hanging out on top of buildings in Brooklyn and looking at all these wires and antennas and water towers and stuff.
Dude,
that's such a New York thing.
If you look through my phone, dude, it's like you could tell when I'm in the city because it's just photos of like rooftops. You know what I mean? It's like I'll get into a hotel and just start looking out the window and just start taking photos of fucking, rooftop. I just love seeing what's on there.
Yeah.
There's a shit laying around,
They say if you go to New York and you look it up at everything, that you're a tourist. But if you don't look up at everything, you're missing out. Especially when you're in the Wall Street area, some of those old stone buildings that are not quite skyscrapers.
Those are old buildings. Because all those streets are all like wonky.
Yeah,
like Foot Street.
When you're down south of Manhattan, I get lost, man. But dude,
I'll tell you this, but luckily it's very small, so you're just kind of like, it's not hard to like kind of like, where the fuck am I? And you walk around a corner, you're like, oh, okay, there's Wall Street, or there's Bleecker or something.
So I was on the roof of new buildings, glass towers that are taller. And now I'm looking down at those smaller buildings. Dude, you don't know this because when they built these buildings, they didn't expect skyscrapers. They thought they were making the biggest, but there's literal altars on top of these buildings. I'm like, look at that. And one of the guys was like, what is it? I'm like, that's an altar to Apollo. I said, you see all the sun symbols and there's a square thing in the middle. I said, these Freemasons were building altars on top of buildings. There's one called the Sperry Building that's a freaking on top of the building. You could see it from the street. It's a huge altar to Helios, the sun god.
That is amazing.
It's so freaking cool. But like if you take a plane and you fly over cathedrals in Europe, there's hidden pagan altars on top of these cathedrals that these architects never thought that people would ever possibly see. It is so freaking cool. And that, believe it or not, is one of the inspirations for Heroic Tales of the city itself being a spell made by Freemasons and powering the city, and if you bought my comic, you see that there's a statue of the Colossus of Rhodes in the middle. That was the alteration that's causing the city to be out of whack and making, you'll see if you keep buying the comic.
Nah, that's dope.
But working,
it's almost like that, the first Ghostbusters, where you had like the building, and the whole building was designed to be a conduit and to like the temple at the top where they're worshiping Zod.
Yeah.
So like it's not that far off. You know what I mean? It's not that far off from like reality of what some of these weird architecture, guys were doing back in the day.
Like if there's an architect called Nicholas Hawksmoor. I got into him because Alan Moore's book From Hell, and that he talked about how he was basically a pagan Freemason, and he made all of these altars, and Jack the Ripper's murders were at the feet of all these Nicholas Hawksmoor. So they think it was some sort of ritual. And then he was talking about how like buildings are. So I took that idea and ran with it. Like there's no difference between a wizard's staff and a skyscraper. It's both a phallic symbol,
Yeah. Dude, what is the AT&T building that's downtown that looks like fucking Darth Vader's hangout?
Oh yeah, I worked in that building. Yeah, it there's no windows. There's
no windows, dude. It looks like, I remember seeing it as a kid and being like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
there's no windows. It's just a solid black fucking building with like vents at the top.
Yeah, it's
filled with like AT&T shit. It's filled with like NSA stuff. It's like a giant, conduit of all communications going in and out of Manhattan are going through.
I was working in that building, and the first 2 or 3 floors are rented by the Department of Corrections. So it's all administrators. So it's all mostly women, and it's occupied, and it's like a regular building, people going around their business. But once you get higher than like 3 floors, they're empty. And it's just computer servers. They say that
it's just the whole building is built like a termite mound to like release the heat from these servers that they got.
So it's all telephones, and now it's basically the internet. If that building goes down, like the whole East Coast loses the internet. They say it's one of the most targeted buildings as far as like terrorist attacks.
It looks like a fucking Vader's
it's a creepy.
It's wild.
So when you go in there, all the
I got this other thing of like, somebody was like, "Yo, there's parts of." Actually, I've got 2 things to say, and I apologize.
Okay.
One is like this idea of like, there's parts of Lower Manhattan that don't get the sun because of the buildings. Like it's always in shadow. Like no matter what happens, like there's parts of Lower, and that always made me think about vampires. You know what I mean? Like Wall Street, Plymouth Rock style, like vampires, and they're able to like kind of move between some of the buildings during the day because the shadow of the buildings are there.
Forget about that. There's a whole city underneath Manhattan that's just as expansive as Manhattan. If there's like homeless encampments. We used to pay them to
rat people.
Yeah, we used to pay them. Here's money. Don't mess with our equipment. It was like factored into part of the job. But back to this building, I have a funny story. So, like I said, there was women working in the corrections, all administrators, and I'm up on the 23rd floor. The elevator opens up to pitch darkness, because there's nobody up there. And you take a step into the lobby, the motion sensors, the lights go on, and then there's
I'm sorry, mole people. I call them rat people. I apologize.
There's a little skinny door that you open it up and you have to go in sideways, and you work it like this. You're fixing all these little electrical switches and stuff like that. And then you go in there, and then the light in the lobby turns off. And I got a little flashlight hanging up. I got a flashlight in my mouth, and I'm working like this. I got my headphones on, and the light goes on. And you're like, "Oh, somebody's in the lobby." But I'm working. So now it's coffee break time. I'm going to go outside to get my coffee. So I'm walking out, and you're shuffling out sideways. You know what I mean? Because
fuck.
Or otherwise your shirt gets all ripped. And the light goes on in the lobby, and I just come out, and there's a woman coming out of the bathroom. This woman realized if she goes up to the 23rd floor, she has her own bathroom. You know what I mean? Down on the 2nd floor and the 3rd floor, you compete with everybody else. So this poor woman would come all the way up to 23rd floor, shit like fire and thunder, without disturbing anybody. Buyers. So she comes out of the bathroom, and I just go, "Hi, how you doing?" And she's, "Ah!" She leans against the door. She's holding her heart. She's sliding down slowly. You know, that was the last thing she expected was a person. I felt so I had to go over and, are you okay, ma'am? She's like, oh, she's like sweating. Oh,
Oh Lord, I'm just trying to take a shit.
Yeah, this woman's been working
myself.
No, she said she's been working like for 12, 20 years or so. I forgot what she said. And there's nobody ever on these floors, you know, because they, you know, just once a day, the janitor just goes by and sweeps, you know, just to maintain his job. He mops the bathrooms. He makes sure there's toilet paper. And, you know, so I almost killed the lady. Just seeing my face in the darkness. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
Woo, yeah, that's fucking Rob Willis. Robbie, man. So good. Did you get Shinobi Sasquatch?
No, I didn't. I never heard of it.
It's probably a good thing.
I back so much stuff, but even so, there's still things that I
like
just,
retro ass fucking airbrushing right here, dude. Just like, I could just like visualize all the little masks and shit, you know, being used.
That looks like old heavy metal, you know, like a cover.
Yeah,
heavy metal.
Dude, I don't know what do you call this style? Where it's like the imagery is like done with like shades of green with like a red background. Like I've seen it done like a bunch of times.
I wouldn't know.
Is that some sort of motif style going on? I don't know. I mean,
I feel bad because I back so many things, and then sometimes I think I back something, and then I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to back this. Like I was on the Band of Crows.
What is that? That's supposed to be Venom and Ghost Rider.
Yeah, but Band of Crows. I was like, yeah, I backed that. Then I double checked. I didn't back, so I backed with like 8 minutes left.
Oh, good. Yeah, something happened. I don't know the exact details, but there was a book called Shinobi Sasquatch, and it looked this good. Like all the pages looked this good, and then it just got more behind and more behind and more behind.
It's easy,
and then it just kind of like, you know, I don't know if it's going to come out or not at this point.
That hurts us all. You know?
It does, because dude, it's like it's so fucking good. You know, it's really good. He is amazing, and it's like,
I mean, I've had people that
I need you to finish the book.
I've had people that have been on my channel, and you know, I've been on their channel, and they're like, dude, I didn't back your book until now. Like now they're backing it because they see that it's real and people are getting it. And I said, you know, dude, I'm not even going to get upset. I'm not even taking it personally.
Sure.
You know, I totally.
Hopefully that's the good thing about the crowdfunding. It's like your first book is a little
right,
and then the second book, people are like, oh, he did fulfill the first book. Now the second book, and then you get an extra little bump because people are now going back and getting that first book.
Yeah, once people started posting that they would get my comic, I got a bunch of sales. You know, I haven't got sales in like 2 months, and now all of a sudden I'm getting sales. But that's normal.
That just
and I've overprinted, so I hope when I do issue 2, people who want issue 1 will come back and get it.
Whoa! Look at this.
What is that? Is that a pen that bends?
Shite. Sorry. This is an articulated 20 millimeter defensive cannon on the tail of a B.
Oh, I thought it was an art pen.
Right? I mean, it kind of looks like something from fucking Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You know what I mean? Like some stop motion shit. But it is a fucking gun.
Michael Bancroft says Shinobi Sasquatch was launched during the Mad Gold Rush era where people could get $50K with just a cover and 2 pages on the campaign. Rob Willis couldn't keep up the pace, and Cal ran out of money. How do you run out of money? You got the $50K. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. You know, I only made $7,000. I opened up a separate bank account, put that money in the separate bank account, and I was out of work spending my savings to pay for my mortgage while those $7 grand that I was, you know, I'm like, God forbid
You know what happened?
I
This is
spend
what
that
I think happened. I think what happened was Rob Willis agreed to a certain price for the pages, right? Like, hey, this is my first book. I'll do each page for X number. And then while he was doing the book, he realized that he could probably get more for his pages.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? And then he started doing
Fuck you.
commissions. He started getting commissions and he was getting paid more for the commissions than he was for the pages. And I think that's what happened. But it's like, yeah, like
but you also agreed to something, and somebody collected
that
money.
is, I totally is my point. It's like I have taken up jobs where I'm like, holy fuck, like I totally underrated
Like
what the
I
amount
know
of time.
I paid you too little, but you still did it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But it's like I'm totally cool with that. And no, that was fine. Why
I know.
you're fucking my head up? Yeah. So it was like, okay, so I'm doing this job. I'm really good at it. I'm apparently I'm not $20 an hour. I'm $70 an hour. So let me go start doing some other shit that's paying me $70 an hour. And the stuff that I promised at $20 an hour doesn't get done.
Well, that's what I think killed Image Comics, was these guys were getting paid so much money to go to a convention. You know, they would you go to a convention every weekend and not work during the week, just play video games.
And I feel like if I feel like Cal should have just been like, dude, this is how much I promised you. This is how much we agreed upon. Finish the fucking book, you know, and then what, you know, finish the book that you promised me. Then go fucking make $1,000 a page on your next book, you know, but at least finish your first book.
Yeah,
you know,
you got to dance with the one that brought you. You know what I mean? You got
to finish it. You got to finish the first one before you go
Michael
fucking
Bancroft said,
roll.
I just paid my tax bill for Painted Death. Well, the joke's on you. I didn't make a profit, so I don't have to pay taxes.
I love all this shit. Whoever works on the Avatar movies fucking suck balls, dude. They're stupid as shit. But all the tech coming out of those fucking movies is dope as shit, dude.
Well,
dope as fuck. Like all the little, I'm just being a nerd, but like all the little like the little bric-a-brac. I don't know what the fuck, all the little icons and decals and labeling and shit. It just makes it so fucking.
I love that.
Oh my god, I love it, dude.
Richie,
you kind of have to, like, as you're doing comics, you kind of have to figure out the fidelity of like, okay, do I want to sit here and Photoshop little fucking icons and shit all over my stuff?
Richie Dupe says it's not your money until product is shipped. Absolutely.
Bingo.
Absolutely. You know, because I didn't know how much shipping was going to cost. I was terrified, you know, that I was going to, you know, I mean, it was going to ship. I was going to, no matter what, it was going to ship. But, you know, I was just terrified that I was going to need more money than I saved up to my account, you know?
Yo.
Like I said,
that fucking shit is dope as fuck, dude. Keep talking, but yo, this is dope as shit.
You know how tempted it is to be out of work for 4 months, making $200 a week on disability, and there's $7,000 sitting in the account and mortgages due? All I could think of is if I spend that money, there's going to be a puppet of me on Ethan's channel making fun of me. You know what I mean? So I was like, I can't.
No. If you fucked up your campaign, you'd be a CG king, dude. If you fucked up your campaign and was like, yeah, I know you guys paid for color, but I'm going to deliver it to you black and white, you'd be a CG king.
Well,
if you sat on that book for 5 years and then was like, hey guys, I need to hire a new artist because my other artist quit because I wasn't paying her, like, you'd fucking become a CG king, dude.
And then Woodrow says Rob and Cal are good guys, but they jumped in the deep end and couldn't quite. I totally understand that.
I think, dude, we're seeing fucking. I saw Rob producing fucking fan art and commissions all through my fucking time. Like, as soon as I met him, I was like, shit, his fucking shit is dope. I'm just seeing more and more shit that's dope, but not his fucking book getting done. And it's just like,
yeah,
I don't know, man. You could be like the best fucking sniper on the fucking planet, but like, if you're not a team player, like, I don't want to fucking.
I'll tell you, man. I I don't know if I'm ever gonna make pint glasses again. You know, shipping these things was a nightmare, and so far nobody said that they came broken yet. I'm like,
That's good.
you know,
Dude, we will tread on you. I'm just looking at that, just jamming on that shit.
yeah,
We will tread on you. That's fucking dope.
Asia Blue. That's actually pretty clever.
Deja blue. Yeah.
I'm just looking at the comments. Hey, Angela, how you doing? How's everybody? Luckily, I didn't have a lot of Michael Bancroft. You want to hear something crazy? It's the same price to ship to Australia as it is to Canada.
What?
Unbelievable. You know, it was on the average of like $23 to send stuff to Canada. It was like $28 to send stuff to Australia. I sent 3 packages to Australia and one to New Zealand, and I sent a bunch to Canada.
That's dope.
I sent one to Poland, and it was like $24. You know, something wrong with Canada, guys. Something wrong with Canada. Blame Canada. Canada Mail ID, and I'll tell you,
it's like I see this. Hold on, I see this. I'm like, that's fucking cool. It's just a regular plane, you know. It's just a C-160, but it's like, yeah, but imagine that on a fucking spaceship. You know what I mean? Imagine the side of your spaceship looking like that. It's got all these cool little vents, fucking stains and chips and shit. Ugh. Woo! I love that shit. Keep going. Keep talking. This is cool. So this is from Dune. So this is the shot from Dune. They've got the giant.
Yeah, I like the technology in Dune. I just can't get into the story.
But then how they really did the shot, they did it like this with some cranes. And then, you know, just filled in the rest of it with CGI. They've got a new Dune game coming.
Like video game or board game?
Yeah, I know. I'm talking to you. Like if I told you video game, you don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm not into video game. I got nothing against them. I know if I started playing video games, I would get nothing done. You wouldn't see me. I wouldn't read comics.
It's got like robot arms, robot legs. Yeah, dude. There's a new Dune game called Dune Awakening, and it's like a survival game. Like survival clan kind of game on Dune, on Arrakis. So the same people that made Conan the Exiles, where like you get to like wake up and like live in the world of Conan. So these people have done Dune. So it's like you wake up from a ship crash and you have to like find water and shelter, and then eventually you're able to like make a ornithopter and still suits, and then you're like fighting other people for resources. It sounds kind of cool up to a point where you're like, okay, so the end game is like you get to a point where you're able to like fight other people and collect spice. And then what? Like then what? They're like, do I buy enough spice to get the fuck off this planet or what? You know what I mean? Like what's my end game at that point?
Did you see the John Carter movie? I love the technology in that too. John Carter Warlord of Mars.
Yeah, Virginia, jump, Virginia, jump. Yeah, dude, I loved it. But some of the mechanics were pretty cool. I don't think I like the actors, dude.
Oh, I like the girl who played Deja Thoris. I
want her to be all red.
Yeah.
You know, everybody from Mars. Okay, the problem with that movie was that I recognized everybody.
Yeah.
Like,
the problem with that movie is they strayed too much from the source material. That bothers me. Like,
they did that too.
They squeezed 2 movies. They squeezed 2 books into 1 movie.
Yeah.
And to me, that's like that to me shows that you don't have faith in your project when you do that. You know, if you're embarrassed by the source material, don't make it.
Well, I don't think Bird was the guy who directed it. I don't think he was embarrassed by the material. Maybe he was just worried they weren't going to let him do. I think
because in the first book they don't really tell you too much about what happened. He just mysteriously transported to Mars and gets sucked up in. But the second book they tell you more about the history of Mars and stuff like that. So they just jumped the gun, you know. If it's good enough to be popular for 100 years, you know, it's good enough to make a movie. That's why I'm like, supposedly Ron Howard bought the rights to make The Lensman into a movie.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, don't do it. You know, the Lensman's got to be dated and sexist and retro future. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you ever read the Lensman, they're all filling up the spaceship with supplies. And one of the things they do is they have these women line up and they all turn around and the guys get to pick their personal assistant based on, and they're like, well, it's a long trip. We need an attractive woman to be with us. You know what I mean?
Look
All
at
the
this,
women
dude.
lining up and spinning around. And the quartermaster's wondering if there's enough whiskey, steaks, and cigars for every man on the ship. Because that's what's important when you're in space.
Cigars are important.
Yeah, whiskey, cigars, a hot, attractive, assistant. What else are you gonna do on these long deep space missions?
I don't know, man. Hologram that shit. Holodeck. Pokemon characters done in a Chuck Jones style.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Right?
I like that orange one.
Charizard? I like Pikachu, the way they did Pikachu.
I don't know anything.
I love Chuck Jones, dude. I mean, I don't know who the fuck this is or what that is, but I think that's Charizard, and I'm pretty sure that's Pikachu. But the little faces, I love the Chuck Jones of it. It's dope as shit.
Old Dirty Fatty says Hollywood has always suffered from the belief that they know better. Yeah, you're taking work from masters, and then some college intern is rewriting it. Like I get so mad when these Disney guys rewrite Kirby. Like, who the hell are you? Rewrite Kirby and Stan Lee and Chris Claremont and Edgar Rice Burroughs and stuff.
Woo!
It's only been popular for 200 years, but I know better than Tolkien.
Dude, I tried to watch that new Dune show. It fucking sucks balls, dude. It is so fucking boring.
And there's like a lot of nudity in it. Like, dude, what do you What do you need so much
nudity?
Dune?
My mom, my mom left this morning. She came to visit for the weekend. We were sitting there and like we were sitting there watching Dune. She's like, hey, there's a new episode of Dune. Do you want to watch it? And I'm like, yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah, dude, it's just like weird, like sitting there watching Dune, and suddenly there's like flopping titties, and not just like a little shot, like they were just like a straight like 5 minutes of them fucking. Yeah, not that I have anything wrong with people fucking, but it's like I don't ever remember Dune being about people fucking.
I will say it that 99% of all nudity in movies is gratuitous. And again, I'm not a prude. I bought my Love and Rockets comics. I got some Melody, the stripper comics, but that you knew what you were getting. But when I'm watching Dune, you don't expect to see a guy going down on a girl for 5 minutes.
Because it's HBO. Is that because it's HBO? Like HBO is like, oh, hey, we need to add some fucking.
I'm gonna go see Oppenheimer, a movie about a guy who blew the hell out of Japan. Oh, there's a full-on like 20-minute sex scene. Like,
dude, I fucking hate Oppenheimer. They focus more on him fucking people than the actual bomb, dude. Like the whole bomb scene, it's like less than the fuck scene.
I just have to.
It's not like we sound like prudes, but it's just like, man.
I'm not a prude.
I don't want to fucking see it. I'm just not.
One of my comics coming up is going to have some really strange nudity in it, but I think it fits the story, and it's it's a horror comic, so it's supposed to be uncomfortable. But Heroic Tales is wholesome and good. You know what I mean?
Dude, but I look at this and I'm like, oh, that is so fucking dope. But then I'm also like, oh, like take that and draw some spaceships. You know what I mean? Draw some spaceships like this. This is all like marker and pen.
Matt, not to complain, but I can't play your stream out loud around my family because he swear. I curse like a sailor, when the camera's off. And when the camera's on, I try not to curse. I always think it's about comic books. You never know. Somebody might be watching with their kid or they have it on their big screen. It's funny. The first time I ever cursed live, I was on Pete Samedi's channel, who doesn't allow cursing. I was like, I'm sorry, Pete.
Yeah, I was on Mike's show, Mike S. Miller's channel one time, and I had to sit there and okay, don't cuss. Fuck. Yeah. Ah, fuck! I fucking said fuck. I just said fucking. Yeah.
So I try not to.
I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it
because I'm a big fan of all ages comics, and I want comics to be kids, and so I'm trying to live it. But I'm weak, just like I try not to be in drama, and sometimes I just say stupid shit, and and get myself involved in drama for a couple of days. I'm like, well, that was dumb of me.
Look at this. Who's this guy? Oh, hey, that's mine.
Oh yeah,
Pretty good.
Soaring Eagle.
I'm so excited about this guy. I am so excited. Then here's some doodles. So here's my Soaring Eagle down there. Me just I was doodling. Here's like an evil version of Soaring Eagle. I don't know. Then maybe there's some sci-fi, and then there's like an evil clown. I don't know. I think I watched the Batman. I don't know what I was.
You want to hear something weird? I was talking about my comic with I'm working with an apprentice, and he's all excited to. And I said, yeah, issue 2, I'm gonna have like a comic strip, kind of like a goof on Calvin and Hobbes, you know, and he's like, well, what's a comic strip? I'm like, in the newspapers you got Peanuts, and he goes, he never even heard of Peanuts. I'm like, oh my God, are we that old? The kid never heard of Calvin and Hobbes. He's like,
what?
Old, never heard of Peanuts. Doesn't know what a comic strip is in the newspaper. I'm just like, oh my
weird.
God. Just start putting dirt on me right now. I'll just good night, everybody. I'll lay down, cover me with dirt.
Yeah, how to draw the Marvel way. That's how I fucking roll, dude. Just like sitting here drawing my little shit.
Angela Curry is asking the important questions. Can the Soaring Eagle take out Pigman? Well, find out on It's Clobbering Time.
Ooh, I think yes. I think Soaring Eagle would fuck up Pigman. I'll draw that scene too. I'll draw Soaring Eagle fucking up Pigman.
Well, this Friday on It's
Clobbering Time. Oh my God, I love watercolors.
It's Etrigan the Demon versus Hellboy this Friday night.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, the newspaper died all dirty fat. He says, yeah, but you still think a kid would know Peanuts, right? He's only like 23, 24 years old.
Yeah.
Any of you people who have like teenage kids, ask them if they know what newspaper comic strips are. Is it I who was out of touch? Like somebody said in the comments. No, it's the kids. The kids are out of touch. My wife's making fun of me right here.
You seen the UFOs lately?
No, I want
environmental review prior to launching the plan.
What was that?
Claiming there was.
Look at that. This is Fox. What the fuck is that thing that just flew across? Here we go. Look at that, dude. It came from over there and then banked and then came around. Look, comes from over there and then banks around. What's that? I don't know.
It looked like a lens flare or something.
You think that's a lens flare?
I don't know.
This thing flying through the sky?
Well, you know what I mean? Like you can't just jump to UFO. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to
yeah. No. You want to go through everything. You'd be like, is that a bird?
Yeah, you got to peel away
what it's helicopter. The fuck is that?
I don't know. Like I have a friend. I had a friend in college. Like it doesn't matter what we saw, it doesn't matter what we do. He went right to the most fantastical explanation.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, I think this what is? Hold on. What's this thing? I'm an ass. What's that? I'm not saying it's UFO.
It's a drone.
I'm just saying, what the fuck's that thing? Is it something being suspended from a wire?
Most likely it's a drone because people now are taking drones and putting cloaks on them so they look like those things from Harry Potter.
Ooh, is that what they're doing? Like they making it look like a fucking Dementor?
Yeah, Dementor. I love Dementor. They have such a good design for a monster, aren't they?
That's fucked up. What's a Dementor? Is it a magical creature that they made out of scratch, like from scratch? Or is it a person who's like
the wizard, the Ministry of Magic, captured them and basically like
look at this. The dogs are like, yo, what the fuck is this thing? Like, what the fuck is this? What the
to be honest, somebody said in the chat it's AI, so I assume
this is AI.
I don't know, but it's the Occam's razor.
Yeah. I'm not instantly going, yo, there's some weird ass fucking aliens
and now that the
around here.
Talking about UFOs,
but I'm just like going, yo, what?
Now that the government's talking about aliens, I don't believe in them anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. They want us to talk about aliens.
Now I definitely don't believe in them anymore. Show me the bodies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you see
I love that the lime green.
Mm-hmm.
That's
dope. Wood paneling on the hood. What?
The Clark Griswold.
What's going on, Dark Gift?
What's up?
How you doing, bro?
Chilling, man. Just finished eating.
Are you chilling like a villain though?
Chilling like a villain, listening to Bob Dylan.
Mm.
And all week I was filling orders.
Yeah. I got to get back to work.
Did your family have one of these?
No, but I would have loved it. The metallic.
Not that color, but we had an all beige station wagon.
Yeah, me too. We had a all beige station wagon, and we used to take it to the drive-in theater, and it had like a little a compartment where we put the spare tire, and like 2 kids would hide in it because there were 7 of us, so we didn't have to pay for 2 kids. You know, and they were with dirt.
Ours even had the like in the back, like, in the bed, right? Like the back would flip up, and it had a seat that faced.
Yeah, it was like a reverse sitting seat, right? You like face the back.
Yeah, no seatbelt.
That was my seat. Yeah, dude. I was the
window wide open.
No seatbelt, shatter glass.
Breathe it in my mouth.
If you hit the glass, it would turn into long shards of glass. You know.
Yeah, breathe it in the exhaust from the tailpipe because you're literally sitting right there. You know?
Well, luckily there's an asbestos pad that you're sitting on, right?
Yeah. And then we would be driving on Christmas, going to my grandfather's house with all the windows rolled up, and my mom and dad smoking, so the whole car is blue with smoke, no seatbelts, and me and my brothers and sisters are fist fighting the whole way.
Yeah, same thing. It would be the dead of summer with the AC on, and my grandparents and my mother smoking cigarettes in the car. That's why when I had my first cigarette, I didn't cough.
Yeah.
Like I didn't choke. I coughed a little. It was like one of those like, but all my friends are like gagging and choking, and I'm like, what the fuck's your problem? Like.
Yeah, I remember my mama driving us around in her large car.
Did you guys have
cigarettes and like listening to like, "Hello, darling, it's been a long time. You just," like she like listened to like country music.
Oh yeah, country music and AM talk radio.
Oh,
like,
my parents listened to big band. To da 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 da.
Yeah. Well, your parents were like Easterners, right? Your parents were East
over
Coasters.
The seat hitting us, as he's driving. Shut up, Jimmy. Shut up, John. Shut up, Patricia. So I learned from a kid that if he sat directly behind my father, he couldn't hit you.
Yeah.
Right.
Anthony was born in the smoke. You adapted by it. You think it's your ally.
When my family gets together, we tell stories of growing up. Like my nieces and nephews are just like, what?
Did your parents name their cars? Because
no,
like that was like the era back then. Like children
that they were having.
People named like their cars, and like our station wagon was called Nelly.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Whoa, Nelly.
Yeah, I love big band, Chris Stanley. I still I got all my father's records. I remember my father had this record, and it had this guy's face on it, and he always, to me, just looked like a goofball, just this big rubbery face, and I was always embarrassed by that record. And I moved out to Albuquerque, so this is like 1995. I'm at a barbecue, everybody's just chilling, the weather's perfect, everybody's smoking, and we're grilling burgers and everything, and this big band comes on. I'm like, this is so good. What is this? And the guy goes, this is Louis Prima. I'm like, this Louis Prima. I know this. So the next day, I go into the record store and I ask the guy for Louis Prima, and he picks up this record that my father had with this guy's face on. I'm like, I've come full circle. I've now my father. I now have that. And I still have that record over there, Louis Prima.
I have all my grandparents' old LPs, like all the old. They were big, like Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra. Nat King Cole, all those guys. Like I have all those records.
I posted some records on Twitter a couple weeks ago, but because my mom she came to visit and brought me a whole bunch of fucking albums. I mean, like 3 Tupperware totes of just like albums, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, it's all like
I inherited
everything, like Fleetwood Mac or like Foghat or like there's a bunch of stuff, but it's all like 70s stuff. It's fucking awesome.
I gotta say thank you. Somebody just bought my comic while we were talking. Thank you. We got the barrel bump.
Nice.
So, hey, if World War III kicks off, are you fucked?
Oh, I'm screwed. You see that big purple splotch at the bottom of New York?
This area right here?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that's where I am. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys would totally
Well, actually,
just get
that
fucking vaporized.
that white dot at the end of Long Island. So I'm there, like isolated. Maybe I'll survive, but like it's a vast wasteland everywhere else. I might as well. It's probably the worst place because then I just gotta linger and die.
Yeah, this whole area right here would get skull fucked.
Yeah.
My hometown would get fucking vaporized.
What's
And
the
then-
purple represent?
Okay, so the black dot is a target in a 2,000 warhead scenario, and then the purple triangle means you're a fucking homo. No, the purple triangle is
You're gonna get
target.
hit with a bomb.
It's a target in a 500 warhead scenario. So if it's a 500 warhead scenario, like just a light skirmish, that's purple. But if it's all out, fuck you to death, then it's a black. So I don't know. It seems. Who are these people out in the middle of fucking nowhere are just getting super fucked, aren't they? They just like
That's probably where a lot of our silos are.
yeah. They're also there's a whole bunch of fuck you to Florida too. Like they seem like they're just like fuck Miami. We want to make sure Miami is just obliterated.
Just gonna put the whole peninsula underwater. That's basically what they're trying to do right there.
Yeah, and there's a weird lot where it's like, hey, we're gonna try to cut that shit right off.
Right off.
Let's try to cut Florida off. Yeah. Do you think that it's a smart idea and safe to allow an outgoing lame duck president to have the ability to start World War III?
It's not a good idea, but he's president until he ain't president anymore. Like, yeah, okay, you know what I mean? Either you're the president or you're not. But the problem is Biden's not the president. We don't know who's running so right now we got to find out who the hell is actually running the country.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's probably illegal to do it, but I wouldn't be surprised if Trump's already reaching out to like Putin.
Oh, he is. He already said he's been calling Putin. And Putin is launching intercontinental ballistic missiles, but without nuclear warheads, just to show people, dude, you don't want to mess with me. You don't want to mess with me.
Well, did you hear? No, that's factually incorrect. They aren't ICBMs. They are IRBMs.
Oh, okay.
Which are basically the same thing. They just don't go as far. So, like,
what is it like? Inter Russian continent? Like instead of
I forget the
regional.
Regional or yeah, something like that. I forget exactly what, but that's what, like, you know, people who are like, don't freak out, they're not launching intercontinental blah blah blah, it's in our whatever ballistic missiles. And I'm like, it's the same thing, just instead of going like all the way around the world, it goes like halfway to 3/4, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, that makes me feel better, thank you guys. Yeah.
How would it just
carries the same payload, right? So you can literally still stick a nuclear weapon on it if you wanted to. You know what I mean? It's basically the same thing.
Man, where would be the safest place to live? Somewhere in
right
Idaho.
there, dead center of the country, right there. What is that? It's like
Kansas.
Yeah,
the Ozarks. Shit.
Yeah.
There you go. I just fulfilled an order while we were talking. Feldsbug ordered a digital file. I just sent it to him.
Nice.
Is this an AI? Do you think this is AI? Where he's like, yo, is he talking or like sniffing him?
No, he's getting the cocaine residue off of his skin.
No, I feel like that's a real picture.
Yeah.
When he came to visit. And
This motherfucker is wearing like fatigues.
I know. Well, he's an actor.
Like he's like wearing like, I'm in the middle of a war. I can't wear a suit.
He's an actor, so he's
it's not
dressing for his role.
Like, it's not even pressed. Look at the wrinkles in the sleeve. Like, it's like they took it out of the package and he put it right on.
Right.
He's sniffing them. He's using his eyebrows as like whiskers, like a cat, right? To like figure out, like he like closes his eyes and then like uses his eyebrows to like figure out how close he is to him.
Caressing him with his eyebrow.
Yeah,
They better not find out about our counterfeiting and money laundering. You know, we paid you billions. You keep your mouth.
Yeah, but Zelensky is just staring at a spot in the rug.
Yeah,
like
he's just like, you stupid actor. Play your role that we hired.
He's not there. Zelensky is being a good little actor, and he's 1,000 miles away from that moment right
Zelensky's looking at the spot in the rug going, dude, one of your interns told me that's where you pissed yourself the other day. Is that?
Shit.
Biden saying, you know that guy?
See, he's like looking at that spot and just visualizing money being counted. He's like, let the old man smell me. Let him smell me. I'm gonna be super rich after this.
I'm gonna have $140 billion. I'll be okay.
Fuck, man.
Put up with this freak sniffing me for a couple more months.
Oh man.
Yeah. He's like, remember that guy we hired to shoot Trump? Well, that guy won't miss you, Zelensky. So he's like, okay. So keep your mouth shut and spend your billion. Go buy your family.
Could you get somebody older? You couldn't find anybody older than fucking Biden. He's all like weirdly colorized. His nose and his upper lip area are like this weird purple. Right?
He's rotting. He already started to rot. He just hasn't figured it out yet.
Bro, that is a Tale from the Dark Side episode. There's a Tales from the Dark Side episode where like grandpa is dead, but he doesn't want to die. And he's starting to stink, and like the little boy, like, grandpa, like, you need to go die, you need to go lay down. And he's like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not good. And so the little boy goes to like somebody, and I don't remember the whole story, but like the little boy like puts some powder on the grandpa's neckerchief. Like he's like, here, put this powder on the grandpa's neckerchief. And he's like, what is it? It's like, it's pepper, right? And he's like, okay. So the kid takes pepper and he puts it on the grandpa's handkerchief or whatever. Right. And then the grandpa like blows his nose and then looks down and is like, all right, it's time. And then like you just see him go upstairs. And then when they show like what's inside the handkerchief, he's like blown his nose off, like part of his face off, you know? So
Bancroft says Carter's still alive. I mean, if you want to call it.
Is he?
And then guy in his room says Grandpa from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Isn't that just Carter? Like,
they put the hammer in his hand.
Yeah. It's like, here.
Carter's son.
He looks really fucked up.
Carter's son saying, my dad just, his 100th birthday is coming up, but he doesn't care about that. He just wants to make sure he's still around to vote for Kamala Harris. Like, that man didn't say jack shit. That man can't barely speak the word, like, milk, let alone.
If he was to speak, he would have been like, they put the microphone close to him. He's like, kill me.
And then they parade him out in like some like half chair, half bed thing, and they got him on the front lawn.
That guy from that Star Trek episode, The Cage, a little red light beeping.
Beep. His mouth all open and shit. Like you had more of a chance of a conversation with Stephen Hawking's than you did with
Stone.
Yeah, put some googly eyes on that rock over there, and then fucking have a conversation. Oh, that sucks. Wouldn't that be a fucking shitter?
Man, that's going to be the view from my window in a couple of weeks.
You can only hope.
I'll be on the other side of it, John. Don't worry about it.
Hey, Robert Pattinson reportedly had a meeting with Kevin Feige for a potential role in the MCU. Hot take. What do you think? Go.
Oh, wow. What's he playing?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, who's what?
Who the fuck would Robert Pattinson play or be
Cyclops?
in the MCU?
Cyclops? Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's got to be the X-Men, right? So who in the X-Men would he be?
I mean, Cyclops.
Really?
Well,
Gambit.
they're gonna bring the X-Men into the market.
Nah, they won't do Gambit because they've got that tandem chaining guy to do Gambit. Chaining,
Tanning Chatham.
tandem chaining. Tandem Tanner.
Michael Bancroft says, "Is there anybody who still cares about the MC?" No.
No.
I only really
I
care
don't know,
about,
man. I saw the Thunderbolts trailer. That looks maybe like it has potential.
I am disappointed in the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
I want to see if they, now that they brought them back in that Spider-Man movie, if they'll start making like Toby Spider-Man movies again or Andrew Spider-Man movies again. Because they can now. They basically established that they can. You know. I think Andrew Garfield would do it. I don't know if Tobey Maguire would do it.
I think if you showed enough money, I think if you were like, yo, here's a whole bunch of money.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
But with Tobey Maguire, what they should do is make Spider-Girl and have him being like, you know, older Peter Parker, have him marry that gap-toothed, weirdo teeth girl, and then they have a Spider Baby girl.
What a weird thing to be like, yeah, let's have like 3-4 different franchises of the same character, but they all know each other and have met. That's fucking weird, dude.
Didn't they mention in that he, you know, that they had a kid, right?
Yeah.
Or insinuated, like he's obviously.
Oh, they did. I don't remember. Yeah, that would be perfect. Have a Spider-Girl movie with Tobey Maguire as that Spider-Man. You know, he's got to be in his 50s now, right?
I would love for it to go back to like street level.
Late 40s, early 50s. Yeah, he's about.
Well, supposedly, the new Spider-Man movie is One More Day. It's going to be Kingpin fighting Spider-Man and Daredevil.
Really?
Yeah, I just saw that today at lunch.
Man, okay.
I know they confirmed it a couple of weeks ago. I don't know what the is that the synopsis of it? They didn't have a synopsis.
I read, you know. Who knows?
I would have loved a Spider-Man TV show. You know, like street level, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Like, fuck. You know, just like, hey, the same, you know, I don't know. Because it seems like as soon as he got his powers, within a short period of time, he's already up in space dealing with fucking, you know, Thanos and shit, you know?
It's like, funny, whenever I play my role-playing game and somebody's character dies, you know, so they make up a new first level character, and he's first level, but everybody else is 10th level.
Oh, wait. So I can answer the Robert Pattinson thing for you. Sorry to cut you off, John.
Please.
As of 50 minutes ago, breaking, Robert Pattinson joins the cast of Spider-Man 4 as the fan favorite Paul. What the fuck is Paul?
What the fuck is that?
Paul is the guy who cucks Peter Parker.
Oh.
Is this for real or are you joking?
I don't know. It just says, here's the first look of Paul and MJ on the set of Spider-Man 4, although Holland's Peter Parker is nowhere to be found. I'll share my screen.
So Paul is the guy that takes Mary Jane away. So
I'm assuming that that's the same thing as "Oh my God" here in the States. ONG.
I'm sharing my screen.
Paul is the most punchable character in all of comic books.
So he's quote tweeting this guy. Same tweet. This guy's watching play someone's uncle in Spider-Man 4. And so this might be a troll, I don't know, but
yeah, I got a feeling it's a troll. Why would you get somebody like Robert Pattinson to play such a minor character?
They got pictures.
Why you got her in those ugly ass shoes? Oh, what the fuck?
Unless Paul is secretly like one of the villains, you know what I mean? Like which Spider-Man villain is still left?
I don't know, but they have
Paul, he's just pictures of them on set. Dude. What a weird thing to be like, yeah, we're gonna get Robert Pattinson and he's gonna be Paul. Just some normal human.
Right.
Were these two ever in a movie together? Robert Pattinson.
Dude, that's a good question.
And what's her name again? Zendaya?
Yeah.
Zendaya Bendata.
Man, she fucking ruined Dune Part 2, man. That sequel to Dune sucked fucking assholes because of her shit. And
I think it's a troll. It looks like they might be filming a different movie together.
Yeah, it's a troll.
Extras wanted for Zendaya, Robert Pattinson movie filming in Boston.
Mm.
Paul Bettany. Yeah, this is a troll. I'll believe it when I believe it. To quote
Yeah,
Sarah.
yeah.
What
It's a
about
troll. That has a-
Chameleon?
I mean, I
Shit,
think
he could be Osborn. Honestly, could be. They haven't had Osborn at all.
They haven't had an Osborn yet. Yeah, you're right.
I think Zendaya is cute, but she ain't no supermodel. She ain't Hollywood. You know what I mean? Like if you went to high school with her, you'd be like, oh man, that's
Dude.
you know.
They never get a good-looking fucking Mary Jane.
Right.
Never. Or the Gwen. Yeah, dude. The
Are
one
you sure it's
chick-
called One More Day?
Who was the chick who was Ron Howard's daughter? She
Bryce.
was
Bryce Howard.
she was a cutie pie.
Yeah,
she
looked
could have
like-
been Mary Jane.
Well, she was Gwen Stacy. Oh no, she wasn't.
Yes,
No,
she
that was
was
Emma
Gwen
Stone.
Stacy. She was Gwen Stacy in one of them, and it was like, man, she has such a
Yeah, but
much
she's 600
cuter
pounds.
face. Well, now she's a thick mama. She's a mama. But I mean, at the time, I don't know. I would have rather seen fucking Mila Jovovich as fucking
You know what?
Mary Jane.
I want
Somebody who's actually a fucking supermodel. Fuck, like you can't
No.
fucking actually hire an actual supermodel to be
Bella
fucking Mary
Thorne
Jane?
as Mary Jane. You know, I don't care. if
Bella
she's
Thorne with that big ass fucking forehead.
Does she have a big? I don't know. I probably
Bella
was looking at her
Thorne.
forehead.
So a lot of people are saying that it's going to be called Spider-Man King in Black.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Breaking
Zendaya's
news.
every role she plays. Yeah, she should be playing like those. I don't know.
That's a
I think she looks
Yeah.
like she's got like Neanderthal genes.
I don't think anybody knows what Spider-Man 4 is about because I'm seeing stuff that you're saying
Yeah,
like it
I'm
takes place
sorry,
right
dude.
after
I'm looking up
Daredevil.
stuff on my phone.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was
What-
MJ, but not Mary Jane. Yeah.
a lot of people are
I
saying
thought-
what you said, John, that it's going to take place after Daredevil Born Again and feature Kingpin, but a lot of people are saying it's going to feature Null and have some connection to Venom.
No, I'm with Matt. I'm with Matt. I want to see Spider-Man beating the crap out of muggers and like a
You know what I mean? Hammerhead, Stilt
Yeah.
Man. Give me some fucking I mean, if you could do, I mean, now Fake Heat, give me a call, bro. I'll do this shit for peanuts. But each episode, you have a different kind of fun Marvel character.
you have Spider-Man fighting like the mafia.
Dude, the Mob, Stilt Man would have been a good one. The Chameleon would
All
have
right, I
been a
gotta
good
go.
one.
My guests are here with the pizza. I'll
All
see
right.
you.
Oh my
Have a good
God,
one,
pizza
John.
sounds so good.
Yeah,
Dude, you have a season where Spider-Man, Peter Parker is doing stuff, and at the very end you find out like one of the people he's been talking to is the Chameleon. I mean, I don't know, that'd be kind of fucking cool. Tombstone, that's what I'm saying, dude. Just like missed opportunity, just launching the spider right into outer space.
Yeah, and like, I'm scrolling through. It's like Spider-Man 4 will have multiversal elements, and it's like, come on.
Sorry, little buddy. Back to sleep. Yeah, come on, man. Give me some normal stuff because it was like I saw the costume at the end of the last movie and was like, oh shit. Like he's taking all the elements of all the other Spider-Man that he just fucking teamed up with, and he's making this like
Yeah, it was like a brighter blue.
dude, it was like it was like if Gil Kane had fucking designed Spider-Man for the movies. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, oh fuck yes. Like pure Spider-Man. And he knows what Spider-Man is. So he's like, oh man, I love Spider-Man.
I did see somewhere like when they announced like when he had confirmed on whatever late night talk show he was on that they are doing a Spider-Man 4, which was a couple of weeks ago. Again, about a day or two later, I saw somebody mention that they might bring back Andrew Garfield and or Toby again, and it's like, don't do it again. Not like right away. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Like
don't do it again. If they're like, hey man, what do you? I mean, yeah, maybe give Garfield and Toby like some Fortnite skins. or something like give him some,
Yeah.
give him a bone. But I don't know if we need to like go back and rehash their stuff.
No, it worked for the movie
Over.
for the one movie. Like you
Yeah.
can maybe do something later on down the line if you wanted to, like where they reconnect again, maybe in a TV show or something. It doesn't have to be on the big screen, but to do it like literally the next movie after they just said they were never going to see each other again, like come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perth Comics says they can now make Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 4 if they want to. They can literally do Amazing Spider-Man 3 with the Sinister Six like they wanted to. Like they opened the door to do other movies.
What about the
Tom
70s
Holland
Spider-Man? What about the 70s Spider-Man? Why don't we bring that back?
Oh, with the web shooters over the
giant
costume.
Yeah, he's shooting like clothing line. He's shooting like straight up fucking rope.
Oh yeah, man, that was fucking. I loved that show. Or what about the one from the Electric Company?
Yes, but he didn't talk though, right?
He
just
never
kind of
talked. Yeah, he never talked.
That was always awesome to see that Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man's been around, man. Around.
Best Sinister Six fight was at Coney Island. What was that?
The best Sinister Six?
They need to redo the Italian Spider-Man?
How is that different from the regular Spider-Man?
Yeah, what's the Italian Spider-Man? No. If I put this in my Google search and it winds up being something really weird, but I'm
shit.
really mad. The Italian Spider Man. Oh, there was a thing called the Italian Spider-Man. Is there a trailer we can watch?
Oh, you're gonna love it.
All right. It's from 2007. Italian Spider-Man, an Australian film parody of Italian action adventure films of the 1960s and 70s.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking.
Pull it up because I need to step away for just a split second.
Okay, I'm pulling.
It's made by the guy who did Danger 5, if you're familiar with
I'm right.
Okay, here you go. All right, so this says this is the Italian Spider-Man trailer, but it's from an account called Dario Town, and it's in standard definition. So I don't know. Let's see.
Italian Spider-Man dell'una scuola normale, semplice.
So is this it?
Yep.
Okay.
Un murderer nel scendi nell'ombra. Solo un uomo risolvere questa cosa.
She's cute.
Ragazze, che belle melone!
I forget you. It's just random.
Rispetti le donne.
Grazie, Italian Spider-Man.
And there's the big
Shut
slap.
your mouth, pussycat, e farmi un macchiato. Pronto.
Wait, what?
And
What is-
there it is. There it was.
Oh no.
Uh,
Oh, hold on a sec.
A man for equal rights. The only other Spider-Man that could rival Japanese Spider-Man.
I gotta be honest, they have the old 70s style down.
Yeah, because this is the guy that made Danger 5. Have you seen that show?
No.
Look it up real quick.
Right. Is it the number 5 or is it spelled 5?
Danger, then 5. That's right, nothing. Wait, this isn't the 70s? Angela, unfortunately, no. This was.
Romanza. Goblin. Spider. Franco Franchetti è Spider-Man. Leon Bruno Tosca è Capitan Maximum. Spider-Man, un superfest di Pancho Run Run, un fantastico voyage di Spider-Navigation. Spider. Italian Spider-Man, un fantastic trip di Spider nelle cinema di Summer di 1964.
Italian Spider-Man is greater than Holland Spider-Man.
Okay, hold on.
Look up Danger 5 and you will understand.
Let's get straight to the biscuits. World War II.
All right, so this still looks a little modern. He really nailed the aesthetics of that.
He really has.
Yeah.
The Nazis are making their mark on Europe. Adolf Hitler wants to take the world and keep it all for himself. Hitler's days are numbered because Danger 5 are on the case.
Get your fascist mouth away from me!
You hit the wall!
I hit a Nazi!
Scouring the furthest corners
I
of the
hit a
globe,
Nazi.
one of Hitler's most sinister plans.
Now it looks like Hitler is using the bullion winnings from his casino to rearm the entire German army with superior golden superweapons made of gold.
Also was married to Rommel.
I've been married to things a lot scarier than Nazis, my friend.
Marriage is a waste of time if you ask me.
As long as this is intact, any organism with a crystal implant is completely under our control. Und ich lade die Alliierten gerne dazu ein, ihn hier so weit unten zu finden.
Well, I guess you have no more mutants left for them to fight. You may as well pardon them.
Oh, I'll pardon them. I'll pardon them each in the face with my gun.
Wait! Don't! Гитлер император использует это место для зомбирования людей. Здесь они превращают их в солдат-роботов. Так,
Domo arigato.
Danger 5 is armed with a cast of powerful newcomers. David Ashby as Jackson, Aldo Mignone as Pierre, Sean James Murphy as Tucker, Natasha Ristich as Ilsa, Amanda Simons as Claire, and Carmen Rousseau as Adolf Hitler.
Have you ever watched any of these?
I have. It's hilarious.
It says it's an Australian TV show?
It is.
So where do you watch it?
There were some episodes on YouTube.
Gotcha.
I think Shout Factory has the first episode on there for free, so you can probably take a look at that.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
There it is right now. You see?
Where?
Whole episode up top, next to Frickin Awesome.
Right
There you go.
right there. Cool,
There.
cool. I'm not gonna play it and get them struck, so. But I'll have to check it out because it does look funny.
Oh, the memes that came from that show are glorious.
How old is the show?
It's over a decade, I'd say. I don't remember when the last episode was. I think it ended a while ago. Let me look. When did Danger 5 end? Yeah, and it ended in 2015.
All right.
Oh, Paulus also says it's on Tubi and maybe Amazon.
Oh, yeah, Tubi. I got Tubi. I'll check it out. Tubi's commercials are not that long, which is good. You know,
2015, the before times, yes. A time when comedy was actually funny. Now, comedy's just retarded.
Yeah. Emily says, I can't believe I've had Tubi for 4 years now. I remember when Tubi started, yeah. It was like bare bones. But they had some really cool horror movies, like shit that you never even heard of on there. So that's why I've had it. And
aren't they like no, I'm thinking of Pluto TV. Because Tubi had like I thought Tubi had like, you know, James Bond channel, Doctor Who channel, and they recently added the added a Star Trek channel, I think.
Before yeah, they basically started their own little live TV thing like a Pluto TV. I remember when Pluto first came out too, yeah. It was like 15 channels and that was it.
I'm wondering how they're even able to like stay in business really. Is it just like purely ads?
Well, I think one of the major, and one of the, it's all licensing and ads. Yeah, I don't know how it works, but one of the major companies bought Pluto. I don't know, and like it's like the default live TV. Like if you get like
live
Roku,
retro TV.
Yeah, like if you have Roku and you go to their live TV app.
Yeah.
And you don't have like an antenna hooked up, like it's like the default. That's where they pull all their feed from. Is from
Okay,
Pluto.
so Pluto TV, or no, it is Pluto TV is owned by Paramount.
Yeah. It wasn't originally. I remember when the guy who created it would do their advertisements when it first started. He had like some fat guy with a mustache and glasses and shaggy hair, looked like a hippie.
And Tubi's owned by Fox.
All right, it makes sense that they got bought out by because then didn't Amazon buy out something?
Fox?
No, Amazon bought out another thing, and then now they have their own free app like that, and it was called something else, and now it's called Freevee or something like that. Yeah, let me see. Everybody's trying to get into that game because they know that people are going to start cutting back on subscriptions, you know?
Yep. Especially with the prices increasing. I think Netflix announced that they were increasing the prices again.
Oh, great.
Netflix is increasing their prices again?
Yep.
Amazon Freevee.
I get to see more weird Bollywood bullshit on my
Oh, that's what it is. Freevee was IMDb TV, and then Amazon bought IMDb. So
what?
Yeah.
So I had to go do some dad stuff. I had to like jump into dad patrol.
We were talking about like those free movie, like those free apps, you know, with like Pluto. There's another one out there called Stir. Not many people know about it, but it's actually got some pretty decent channels. Like if you like older TV shows, they have ones for like X-Files and all sorts of crazy stuff.
I need to start watching X-Files.
You never seen it?
I've seen a few episodes. I've seen the movie.
Which one? I think there's definitely two. Is there a third one now? No, it's just two.
Is there two?
Fight the Future. Yeah, I just think there's two. There was like a Fight the Future one, and then they had one with Exhibit, or they had one with like a rapper that didn't have anything to do with aliens, right?
Yeah, the first movie took place between like seasons 4 and 5.
Yeah, wasn't the first movie. The movie I'm thinking of is when the woman gets like kidnapped. The partner of Scully gets kidnapped and brought onto a spaceship by some CIA operatives. It was like a dormant ship.
Yeah, so there was X-Files Fight the Future, or just known as X-Files the movie.
Yeah, where like the caveman is fighting a fucking gray alien in the beginning of the movie, and the kid like falls down the cavern in the black ooze.
Yeah, that's basically what. It was like some sort of parasite, and the CIA was trying to weaponize it in some way.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was between seasons 5 and 6, not 4 and 5.
Concur, dog. Concur.
What was the second movie? Sequel. I Want to Believe. X-Files, I Want to Believe.
I did like the series though, and I didn't get into it when it was on. I got into it like afterwards because my wife is a fan of X-Files.
I got into
like
it.
She'll watch that shit. She'll like watch the whole season, finish it, and then go back to episode 1 and start watching it again.
Yeah, I got into it like right around season 5, and that was because back in my hardcore partying days, I remember hanging out at my one buddy's house, and we'd all be getting wasted, and then everybody would leave, and then the three of us, me, him, and his girl, were the only ones that really did any kind of coke or anything. And we'd be up all night just like doing lines, and like they would watch it on like, because while it was on, it was also being syndicated at late night on like channel like 5 or 11 or whatever, you know. So they would watch the reruns, and I remember like sitting there watching it like all night with these guys, and then like that's how I got into it. And then I had to go back and retroactively watch the first 4 seasons, and then from seasons 5 on, I watched it religiously every Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I like some of the standalone episodes. Like I like the Skinwalker, like the Native American werewolf one. That's
the Monster of the Week episodes.
Yeah. I liked it when it was kind of Monster of the Week.
Yeah,
weird
Supernatural
fucking guy, you know.
Supernatural pays homage, like the guy who originally was the showrunner, Eric Kripke, I think his name is. Says he purposely formulated Supernatural to be the same way. Like there was the overarching storyline, but he wanted the Monster of the Week episodes, and that's why, like when you watch, like especially the first like 5 to 6 or 7 seasons, it has that formula where like it'll have like the main plot episode, but then like you'll get like 2 Monster of the Week episodes, and then another main plot episode, and then you know.
Should give that. That's what I wanted for Spider-Man. Damn it.
Yeah.
Did you watch Penguin?
No, I got rid of my HBO Max when they changed the pricing, and you had to pay like more money for like 4K and shit like that. It's like,
damn.
I'm already paying $15. What you gonna tell me I gotta pay another $5 just for 4K? Fuck you. You know.
People like the first episode with my mom.
Yeah,
when she was here, and she was like, because she didn't watch the Batman movie, but she was like, "Oh, I want to watch the Joker," and I was like, "Oh, I mean the Penguin," and so we did. We watched the first episode, and she really liked it, and I forgot how good that first episode was. But man, it's if you haven't seen it, it's good. If you could fucking pirate it or
when it's out on DVD, because I'm not paying a monthly subscription.
Yeah, they did it right. It seems like okay. Suddenly they're doing it right. Like previously they had their DC shit being separate from the DC cinematics shit. You know, like
right.
you end up with weird kooky Ezra Miller rather than the guy who's been the Flash on the TV show. So it was nice to see like, oh, they're gonna have the Penguin is really just kind of like building and helping establish Gotham. When Batman shows.
Well, in
back
terms
up.
of the Batman universe, but I don't really know if we can really say anything about James Gunn's universe yet. I mean, his first show is going to be animated, coming out in what? In a few months.
It's the Creature Commandos, man.
Yep. And it seems to be just the same story as James Gunn's Suicide Squad movie. Seems like it's going to be kind of a repeat of it.
What is going on with that bear?
Cocaine Bear 2.0.
Is this real?
Yep.
I think so. I would let me stop that fucking sound. I would probably stop filming.
Well, he's probably hunting for.
It's probably like connected to it's like it's probably like a action cam or something. He's got
That's what you hope.
Yeah. At first, I'm like, why isn't he shooting? But then I'm like looking at the gun. I'm like, that gun is not going to do shit to that bear.
It's like 2 barrels. Yeah, you're like, all right, you need to like wait till he's like within.
Yeah, you don't want to piss him off.
Distance. Yeah, dude. What if you miss or you wing him enough that he's just like, fuck this, I'm eating you.
Yeah.
I hate that, man. Bears, they make me nervous.
That's even more nerve-wracking than you ever see the one with the guy with the jaguar that's like stalking him down a path?
Yeah. Do you see where the guy got an interview where he's like interviewing how he had to like strangle a fucking jaguar or something?
No. I saw the one I saw, like, I think basically what happened was he was walking down a path and he walked by like a mother and her cubs, and then the mother kept stalking him, and he just kept like basically like shooing it away, and it was the most intense thing that I had seen until this. This is pretty crazy. This bear is fucking definitely stalking this motherfucker. And he knows what a gun is. Like, you can see he knows what a gun. This bear knows what a gun is. Like, he knows, like, that's the thing that hurt me last time. So
scary stuff. Yeah. Okay. Next. One of these has to go forever.
Shrimp. Bye.
Shrimp is a fucking insect. If I'm looking at it, shrimp are sea roaches. Ocean crab, like, roaches, like bugs.
I'm saying no to shrimp because I just don't like seafood.
At all? Do you like fish? I guess seafood would include fish, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why don't you like seafood?
Don't like the texture.
I mean, do I eat a lot of fried chicken? I mean, I don't really eat any shrimp. Oh, fuck. Now I'm looking at fried chicken going, I mean, do I need fried chicken in my life? Let's see what the chat says. Chats, what are your thoughts? Shrimp, I guess. Yeah, I know. We're getting soft on the topics now. We're talking about food. Yeah, dude, sea bugs.
Yeah, Oz is saying to protect the state.
Damn, I just saw a jaguar take out a crocodile. That's insane.
Angela.
Dude, I follow a couple of wild accounts on Twitter, like Predator.
No effort. Like this jaguar just literally no effort took down a fucking crocodile from behind, snuck up on him, and fucking just took him out.
Now now you have Gnome saying
shit.
ribs can go. You have Waylon, Todd, and Angela saying fried chicken can go.
Fried chicken? That's like, yeah, I mean, but also, man, fucking ribs are fucking messy. Like, how much effort do you have to put into ribs to get? Are they?
It's worth.
Are they?
Yes. You get
if somebody was like, "Yo, man,
there,
do you want?" If somebody was like, "Do you want a half a pound of pulled pork, or do you want some pork ribs?"
One of these has to go forever.
Well, you're still going. You could get messy from the pulled pork too.
I mean, as much as I love shrimp, I'm gonna have to say shrimp goes. I love fried chicken, I love steak, and I love ribs.
Now, that steak looks good, man. I just want to put some fucking butter on that steak.
If there was a brisket there.
Do you guys like steaks with bones in them?
It depends on what steak it is. Like, I'll eat a fucking porterhouse or a T-bone all day long.
Mm-hmm. What's the steak from Great Outdoors? Remember that movie Great Outdoors with John Candy? And he had to eat like this giant ass fucking steak.
I forget. It's a 96. They called it the old 96er, but I don't remember what type of steak it was. It was 96 ounce steak.
It's a 96, and you had to like eat the fucking grizzle and everything.
Yeah,
I hate grizzle.
Eat the grizzle last time. Oh,
fuck, man, that doesn't count, dude. Fuck grizzle, dude. It's like, nah, like I'll eat
my grandmother
mignons. I'm a fucking asshole,
grizzle.
but
oh, we lost Sci-Fi. My grandmother loved grizzle. Like, she would like eat all of our grizzle. Like, yeah, she but she grew up in the Depression, man. Like, sometimes all I had to eat was grizzle. You know?
Shit. She's like, that's candy. I mean the candy, you fools. I mean the candy.
Man, this was pretty intense, and then that bear one, I think, tops this. So there's the cougar.
Yeah.
And here comes the mom.
Fucking A. Fucking A. Pull out your gun. Pull out your fucking gun right there.
I don't think dude has a gun.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't have a gun. He was just hiking.
Dude, if you go into the woods in National Forest, bring a gun.
Are you even allowed to bring a gun?
Bring a gun. Maybe, I've seen some weapons that are like pellet guns. You know what I mean? Like, really, like, they you could shoot a pellet into a watermelon. Like, they're pretty intense pellet guns.
Yeah, but you gotta have like a whole bunch of pressure.
Well, they have CO2 cartridges. And the CO2 cartridge doesn't activate until you fucking cock it. So you got this CO2 gun that shoots steel fucking pellets, giant steel pellets. And it's not BB guns. It's like a giant, these fucking insane ass fucking cartridges.
I'm big and scary.
Oh no, CBR. Is that Mandy Summers in the wild?
And this goes on for a whole 6 minutes. This thing just stalks him the whole.
I don't know about you, Dark Gift, but this was like going out to the bars in Manhattan during the 90s.
Yeah.
Just constantly being stalked by cougars the whole time. Just like, what's your name? My name's Matt. Oh yeah. I'm not supposed to be in this bar. Ooh, even better. Fuck. I'm only 19. Awesome.
Yeah, when I was like 21, 22, I hooked up with this bartender who was like 39 at the time. And like we stayed like in contact over the years, but nothing like crazy. Like once in a blue moon, just say hi on Facebook. And like lately she's been like trying to hit me up to like hang out. And I'm thinking to myself, she looks the same in her pictures. But if you do the math, she's now like 60.
I mean,
should I be taking notes right now?
I don't. It's like if you wear a certain age, like if you can't go back so far, or it becomes creepy.
Dude, you're scary.
But does that also include going forward as well, right? Like,
if they still look good, right? What's the big deal?
Holy.
Yeah,
Like, for someone my age.
Yeah.
Go away.
How old are you, Sci-Fi?
21.
Yeah, like I'm almost 50. If I was single, dating a 21-year-old would be fucking weird. It would be just fucking gross. Luckily, I'm not dating. But then, like, it'd be like, oh, if I'm almost 50, I wouldn't be dating a fucking 70-year-old. That's fucking weird, too.
He just said I should have brought my gun.
Okay. This is when I.
We need to force you to watch Crow Wicked Prayer. No, I've seen Crow Wicked Prayer. I don't need to watch it again, James Hurley.
If anything, like, hey, this is a mama cougar. If anything, like a warning shot. You know what I mean? Like, you can get those air guns that shoot out mace or something. You know, like pepper spray. Like, just shoot a couple of rounds.
They also use those.
I think what eventually makes this cougar back off is the fact that she realizes, because she keeps looking over her shoulder to see if she.
Where's her babies?
Right, and I think she realizes she might be too far and goes back to them.
Start banging metal on metal, like the sound of metal on metal.
Well, assuming if
like
there's
fucks
no
with
metal.
them a little bit. I don't know. You got a walking stick. You got a pole for your iPad, pod, GoPro.
Go away.
This
Yeah, but what's
motherfucker's filming his death.
Yeah.
Trying to attack you, guys look away from you.
I mean, what do you do? Like, you definitely don't turn around, but it's like,
Come on.
do you squat down Wolverine style and you're like, fuck
Nah,
you,
if you squat
motherfucker?
down. You have to also take into account you're losing time to back away as well
This
if
is
you
scary.
just crouch down.
My heart is racing. Dude.
And if he goes down, if he like tries to
So
pick up
yeah,
a
be
rock,
like, I will just, I'll make a belt out of you. Go back to your fucking kids.
if he like goes down and picks up a rock, it could be the end for him, and that's when the Kruger would.
I did see an interview afterwards,
Pat.
and you can't see it because obviously he has his.
That's a lesson for Ethan, right? When you reach for a rock, the cougar jumps on you.
Oh jeez. But he said he was just trying to make himself look bigger. That's why you hear him in the beginning, like he's like, "Rrr," and he's like, yeah, like he's barking like that.
Yeah.
He's
Okay,
just trying
good. What is somebody just said? Hey, man, don't metal on metal don't work.
I'm ready to go down.
Who said that? Gnome said that. Metal on metal don't work.
Yeah, it's gonna take off in a minute.
Yeah, get the away from me.
There it goes.
Yeah. Get the fuck away from me. Show him your thumbs. I got thumbs, bitch. We've been to the moon.
Don't relax now. You don't know if that thing's
look
gonna come
behind
flying back.
Oh, wow. You see that? Oh, some will come actually.
Yeah, calm the fuck
Holy
down.
cow.
I'm talking mad
Holy
shit.
cow. Yeah, not going back that way.
Yeah, I would not have stopped walking when it ran. I would have just kept walking. I would like because those things are quick. You don't know how fast that thing is going to turn around and come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you saw how fast it came up on him in the first place. You know.
What else did I have? Let's see. I got some UFO shit.
Yay.
Bunch of UFO stuff. I've been looking at UFO shit recently. It's kind of crazy. What else? No, that's pretty much it. What time is it? 8:20?
Yep.
So you got anything? What do you got going on, Dark Gift?
Not much. I gotta, I just been working on packaging up some books for Doc and Dillard because I finally got some more shipping labels in. And I got I got to remember to call it the Madhouse now. I got the Madhouse on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's a fucking madhouse.
And then Friday I'm gonna do a watch along. We're gonna watch Case File Comicsgate, the hunt for.
And there's the
CG
betrayal, folks. What is he talking about? Is he kayfabing?
I don't know. So we got that 10 o'clock on Friday night. And then so that's really all I got planned this week is the usual Wednesday night show, and then Friday night the watch party for the 3-year anniversary of Case File Comicsgate.
Are you gonna do another horror movie?
Yeah, so the next Bloody and Slummy was supposed to be for Midsummer and Atrium, the deadliest film ever. But Midsummer, I can't find a good copy, a free good copy out there on the internet.
Atrium is the one where it's got like a goat mask or something. It's like the most haunted movie, but it's like a
it's like
movie about
it's a fake documentary about a fake movie.
Yeah.
So that one I watched. So I might just do one on just that until I can, because like otherwise I got to pay to watch Midsummer, and I don't really feel like doing that. So
yeah, it's not worth the pay.
So I might just do a review of Atrium, and then just watch some more YouTube fan films, because those you can watch all day long and they can't strike you for it because they can't make money on it. So, watching the fan films, and then people seem to enjoy watching the fan films too. But I do want to go back to reviewing like actual movies, so I'll probably do that. I mean, typically I would do that Thursdays, but we got Thanksgiving Thursdays, so. I do have a video that I made that I needed to make to clarify some things, but I had to trim down like so much stuff, and I still, even when it's all trimmed down, it's like a 50-minute video to upload. So I'm thinking about doing it as a premiere, so this way people can like hang out in the chat and watch it, because no one's gonna sit down and watch a 50-minute video. But so.
What's up, you uppity motherfuckers? How you doing today? Some uppity motherfuckers.
That was loud in my ear.
We're gonna get real loud today. Yeah, what's up? What the fuck is this madhouse shit, DG? Come the fuck on.
What?
Madhouse? Where's the chat, DG?
What?
Where's the fucking chat? And you would have called your show the Madhouse? The Madhouse. The Padded House, maybe, but for tampons,
Would you please do Spider Baby?
No response. All right. Well, there you go, folks. No fucking
Where's
response.
the madhouse? It's a fucking madhouse. Where did that come from? Is that why we're getting poopy pants?
I don't know. I don't know if we're actually getting poopy pants or not. So. What was it said? It was said on Malin's stream about my stream.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what you're asking, but I don't know what you're asking.
I think so. I'm just wondering why. Where's the portrayal?
I mean, you really truly think that your show is the Madhouse?
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what you're asking.
Amazing.
Keep it going, or I'm gonna start showing fucking weird shit from Twitter. What do you mean by that? Who's betraying who, guys? Are we really upset with each other?
Oh no, man, we're good here. We're all good, baby. We're all good.
Brett says you should call your.
Wait a minute! Don't be like that, Road Raptor. That's like a woman being like, "We're fine," because you're not. I know you're not.
We're clearly fine here, man. Yeah.
I'm fine.
Just taking the bits over here. Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
As soon as a woman tells you that everything is fine, you start making your own meals and you start.
I mean, we could talk about, the folding, but, I mean, that might be a more appropriate name for the show is the folding, but.
No.
I mean, if we're going to talk about what show should be called, maybe someone's show should be called like the,
maybe you should call your show "Get Down on the Knees for Comics Gate."
No, Darth Gift. He had a zinger. He had a zinger loaded.
That's all right.
Just get on that knees and start sucking the
right.
PETA for EVS. That's what we do now, right, DG? That's what you do, right?
That's what you say I do, sure.
I mean, I'm not the one that went on DJ or Ethan's live stream and folded as quick as a folding chair. Still haven't talked about that or addressed it. You know, he's on a stream with TJ. Got a little loud with him, but you couldn't get loud with Ethan. What's that about, DG?
I don't know what you read.
Yeah.
Hmm? I'm talking about the time that you folded quicker than a chair on Ethan's live stream, DG. Remember the night before how you had that energy about being the new leader of the war campaign, and then every time you tried to say a word on Ethan's show, you got your dick crammed in your mouth. Or their dick crammed in your mouth, to be fair. Sorry.
We know what the narrative is going to be from here on out. So if you say so.
I mean, it's not the narrative, DG. It's actually what happened.
Sure
Do you remember that live stream?
Sure, it's a narrative.
You remember the live stream that you started explaining and Shane, immediately just knew exactly what you were saying and shut you down?
It's all narrative.
Yeah. I mean, they're the one that put their dick down your throat, DG.
My God.
It's the one that
We're
looks
getting a
embarrassing.
little...
Let's
style back.
Two channels.
We want to be friends. Just a little bit.
2 channels, 5 cope streams, 20 hours and 40 minutes. And you couldn't show anything other than what you wanted to show.
I couldn't show anything because it was embarrassing what I was showing, DG. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
This is coming from the motherfucker who had the energy of the war campaign and then folded quicker than a fucking foldable chair.
Sure.
Remember that energy you had the night before, DG?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. New leader of the war campaign.
I mean, that was...
First of all, I never said that.
That was definitely
You fucking said it. Are you fucking high? I got all the clips. I got all the receipts. You're telling me you did not say you was the new leader of war campaign? You're saying that right now.
I mean, when somebody else said it, and I said it sarcastically, if you want to say, that was me saying it.
Now.
There was some sarcasm because it was Mr. Burger is the one who came out and started dropping labels on everybody.
Correct.
Well, I mean, that's
then we started
that's a whole other thing.
Not really. I'm with you guys. I'm with you, both of you guys. I did not like that stream, but I think that Lord Raptor is going a little bit hard. But I've already lost my train of thought.
No, I mean I already knew, right? I literally went in there and gave you guys everything to criticize: the gaslighting, the fucking just throwing shit out there to throw shit out there.
But I think the changing of the narrative. I caught my thread again. I'm sorry. I caught the thread again. Let me grab it. But what all that stuff before that awkward ass fucking stream with those dickheads, we were streaming with Mr. Burger, and Mr. Burger was throwing out all kinds of fucking insane, obviously bonkers fucking titles. And we were just eating them up for entertainment's sake.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like by the end of Mr. Burger's show, Dark Gift was leader of war campaign. He was in charge of the slums, and he, led the fucking storming of the Bastille. You know what I mean? Everything was, and that was part of the joke. So
fair game, dark campaign. Come on, it was
so the next day.
To be fair, folks, come on now.
Dude, I was mad too about that. To be honest, I was like, "What the fuck? Why didn't you fucking speak up?" But I don't know. If it was
dick's been run down his throat. That's why he couldn't speak up.
Yeah, but I mean, if I don't know, in the moment, I was like, "What the fuck? Why are you saying anything?" But it just kind of showed everybody, dude. All he
and
was
then the
was
next day, Ethan Van Sciver throws the slums under the bus. Wow, that was a good move. An amazing move.
Who cares what Ethan says? He's a fucking cornball. But
literally
he's on the stream. I don't, and maybe I'm sweeping for Dark Gift, but
a lot of sweeping going on.
I think so. Let me get my fucking broomstick out. So at the moment I was like, what the fuck? But in hindsight, I mean, I'm still like, damn, you could have said something, because when will you have a moment to have them all like that again? But you did get to show just what fucking assholes they were. None of them were taking anything that Dark Dude was saying seriously. Even Dark Dude was sitting there patiently fucking saying shit, and then they would totally correct them. Like it was a complete fucking farce on their end.
Not to mention, it did seem like you weren't defending yourself. Like, for example, with Shane. Like, okay, well, I can tell based upon your answer where it's going.
Didn't even give you a minute.
There wasn't a lot of
or when I turned around and I turned around and I said to Shane, I go, that's a really ridiculous and crazy thing to say, isn't it, Shane? Referring to like quitting comic books, just so I can have an opinion. And he's like, yeah. I go, that's exactly why I said it. But no, we don't show that part. We don't show the part where I tell John, I was like, oh, so that's where we're going now, John. I literally gave you guys everything you needed to fucking criticize, but instead you guys threw the arrows my way. So
did we watch different live streams, or like what are we talking about here?
We're talking about different approaches to the situation, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been fucking livid. I would have been fucking
and then
animal.
And then like what? Then once what you call it? The other guys came on, and I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna continue to argue the conversation with 8 of them. Yeah, smart. Smart.
All right, there you go, folks. There's the answers y'all was wanting. I guess I don't.
It's not the answers you want. It's not the answers anybody wanted. Like it sucked. I mean, but at least we know they're assholes. I mean, they didn't like change our minds about that, right? I was mad, dude. I was fucking texting fucking Dark Gift while he was on the stream. Like, what the fuck are you fucking doing? So
yeah, I didn't see that. I don't look at my phone while
I know. And then like I woke up to you being like, bro, for real? And I was like, ah, fuck.
Well, yeah, I mean, when they started saying that shit about you like doxing somebody or whatever, I was like, you gotta show me where
more press, dude. I wish there was more push on that because
all I said was
comes on. Katie did jumps into the fucking chat and is like,
I was gonna say she didn't come on while I was on.
Me.
Yeah.
She did.
I said, she's got a wrench. She could have dropped the link. I said, show me where this is. You're gonna have to show me where this is happening. I'm not gonna take your word on it. Where are the receipts, basically?
Right. I just because I guess Ethan didn't hear you say that, and instead of being like, yeah, you're right, we should see those receipts. That is now part of lore that like.
You think he didn't hear me say that?
Hang on.
I think they did, but
someone did say, "Oh, you want to see, don't you?" to Anthony in the panel. I don't remember specifically who, but someone did say that. I remember that.
What? Somebody said what? I missed that.
Someone said to you, Anthony, "Oh, you want to see it, don't you?"
Oh yeah, Art said, he goes, "You want to see the pictures, don't you?" And I was like,
yeah.
and I just went, and he's like, I'm just kidding," and I was like, "I know you're just kidding," but like that was the thing, right? Like it was.
See, yeah, I would have like I would have struck right out at fucking Art. Like, man, we're not.
Yeah, but Art didn't do shit.
Games.
Right.
Well, then he needs to like. It's like clearly like we're talking about other shit, and so some guy shows up.
But that's not the show they came on for, right? That's not the show that Art came on for, or Tucci came on for, or Graham came on for.
I don't think those guys have any idea some of the goofy, weird shit that Ethan and Malin and Shane were doing, and it would have been a good moment to be like presenting it. But again, I
seem more like a DG struggle
it's
session.
In hindsight,
each king came in, told them how they felt with DG, and apparently I watched a different stream though.
I mean, unless you're just talking about fucking Shane, John, and Ethan, because then they started talking about creators being jealous of other creators, and that whole conversation went fucking down a whole other path.
Yeah, you were sitting there, and that sounded weird. You were sitting there. But I'm just saying, like, you were sitting there when Billy Tucci was like, hey, we're not going to promote you until you start promoting us.
Goddamn struggle session or a gangbang. Holy shit!
Was I even still on when he said that? I don't even remember. At that point, I kind of zoned out. I was just kind of like waiting for like an opportunity to dip off.
Yeah.
So Because yeah,
Lord Raptor's super pissed
I got
off.
no issues with Tucci or Graham or even Art. You know, Art just happened to be the first one on, so he kind of got sucked into the conversation a little bit, and even he didn't really like kind of know what was going on. But like when Ethan read the tweet, right, his Dan's tweet, and I saw what he did, I purposely let him read mine because if anybody's watched Ethan for the last 7 years.
Dude,
you knew exactly what he was gonna do. So, like I literally lined it up.
But okay, a small group of people knew that what Ethan was doing, but like there was no pushback on Ethan reading Dan Lawless's tweet with fucking patriotic music playing in the background.
The whole point was to,
you know what I mean? And then when he started reading your shit, he read your shit like you were a fucking brony.
Like I was a
it was like
mafia hitman or something.
I would have fucking like got triggered just by that because it's like, okay, well, if you're gonna fucking joke about what I'm tweeting, let's now go to Dan Lawless's reply to that because I don't even think you guys got to Dan Lawless's reply.
No, I literally like it was literally like, all right there for people to be like, look, this is what he, you know. DG brought this up. They changed the narrative. DG said this. He read it like that. He said, go here. They didn't go there. But no, the arrows came at me instead because it was more fun to do that than for me to like literally.
I don't think it's. I personally, I don't think
it was more. It was more easier to do that than to like literally take what I teed up and take it and go with that. So you know.
Is there a gas leak in this room? Is everybody high? Am I the only sane person here?
Define sane.
Unfucking believable.
Tell me your side. What are you pissed off at me? Or you think I'm sweeping?
Who, me?
This Ritz? No, Lord Raptor.
Oh.
I think there's a lot of sweeping going on, but I don't know. Maybe I've watched a different stream. Maybe I'm just going in a little too hot here. Maybe I just don't know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore.
Well, have you had an opportunity to talk to Dark Gift at all since then? And this is not being weird. This isn't like a gotcha moment, but like I've already like had my moments of like fucking flare up at him, and I don't know if you've had yet. Like, are you like legit pissed? Or are you gonna be cool after this, or not? I mean, I don't care. I'm just asking.
I mean, I'm sleeping fine at night. I don't know what. I don't know what the misdirect is here.
Is this supposed to be Dr. Phil right now? Like,
no. I like both of these guys. I like both of these guys a lot. I like streaming with both of them, and I did not like how Dark Gift handled that stream, but there's really nothing we could do about it. And it's been a while, and I've already like gone through my fucking feelings about it. But Lord Raptor is coming in fucking super hot and pissed, and I don't know
about super pissed, but just addressing,
just staying out of the way. I'm like trying not to like get Dark Gift completely annihilated on my stream.
I just want to know how I don't want him to think that how apparently we had this stream of gold, this stuff that was teed up, ready to go for us, and then somehow we misread the situation and didn't see the sweeping that was going on, didn't see the dicks going down the throat, didn't see these motherfuckers not even giving you a chance to speak, but apparently we're the piece of shit. Yeah, okay.
Right, so they didn't give me a chance to speak. That was one thing that could have been discussed. But no, we're going to talk about sweeping and dick throating. Right? That's the narrative. That's the propaganda.
Well, auto sweeping too, to be fair.
Yeah. So
that's what I'm saying.
I got everything I needed out of that stream. It's all good.
I'm wanting to like
I know where shit lies with John and Ethan, and I know where shit lies with other people too.
I wanted to like burn through that outer layer of like, yeah, fucking sweeper. I want to like burn through that so we can get to like the more of the nuances of what Lord Raptor was seeing and what he felt. When I say burning through, like kind of get through the whole like dick throating comment and then get to like, hey, this is what I was feeling or this is what what I was seeing.
I mean, we're talking about the message of fuck the boat, dip the boat, fuck the boat, and DG's like, I want back on the boat.
When did I ever say that? Or maybe if you actually showed what I said on Finatra's stream instead of just like cutting all that out.
I'm sorry, there was some revelations on Finatra's stream that didn't happen on the stream when you was on with all the kings?
Where I told
the kings came back on Finatra's stream?
Where I told
you made it all right?
Okay, yeah, that's right. I got my video. You know what? I will put it up as a fucking as a premiere. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll let the video.
You know what? Do you, DG? You just do you. How about that?
Yeah, and you do you. All good.
Yeah.
No beef.
Do what you did, what you said to me. I started with white wine, and then I had a Miller Lite, and now two of my friends are fighting.
I'm not
I
fighting.
don't know if you call this fighting.
Yeah,
what a Monday.
No beef, no war. It's all good.
Well, I mean, I don't know about all that. Yeah, clearly, there's no war campaign, though. But there is a new leader of war campaign. It's Joe Exotic. This man has balls, folks. He will not bend at the knee. Thank you.
Fucking Joe Exotic.
How has this somehow gotten even more retarded?
Because it's 2024, Si. Have you not been keeping up? Holy shit!
Yeah, 2024 is a very, very revealing year.
What does that mean, DG? What do you mean revealing?
I think LE
revealing all around
pretty well there. Lots of sexual tension.
I mean, I'm not.
No, I meant to hit this one, and I hit the other one.
So calling out someone who bends at the knees is sexual tension? Okay, yeah, I got you.
What's going to happen with 2025?
Oh, it's going to be glorious, Matt. This whole bitch is going to implode.
Is it more the same? Here's my question. Ship. Is it more the same? Is it
and
more
I'm going to be here laughing.
Tick for tack shit?
I mean, it's going to be probably more South Park bits in the real world. So probably, yeah.
Yeah.
2025 is going to have Eric July putting out more comic books that people are going to be buying.
Yeah,
maybe we'll see some fucking comics from Eric. I mean, from Ethan. Maybe we won't.
What are you referring to?
In terms of South Parkness?
No. What like when Matt asked, like, what do we expect for 2025? Like, expect from what? From who? From where? From like
everybody,
Rippaverse,
everything
from
Rippaverse, from us. Like, are we going to see like more weird drama? Like, I'm kind of getting burnt out, dude. Like,
I know what I'm doing. I already told you guys what I'm doing. So
putting out a 3-year book that's late.
Yeah, that's one.
Dean finally going to get his trading card. Is that 2?
That's 2. I mean, that's the same thing, really.
2.5.
It's really just 1.
Ethan may have no idea what's coming.
So I'm not mad about that. I'm going. Are you going to read Rock and Roll Ninja in 2025?
Yeah, I'm gonna read all the books that I have to read. The 2 weeks between Christmas and New Year's, because I have like a lot of time off those 2 weeks, and so finally I can read those. I got another thing. I got this thing from Neff. Something about the Mavericks. I still haven't even opened it, and I've had it for like 2 weeks. I mean, that's how backed up I am on reading books. And I don't even know what this is, because I got all my Maverick shit already, as far as I know. I don't think I ordered anything else. Maybe I'll open it up Wednesday night. We'll see what it is.
What the hell is this chick doing?
Oh, why'd you ruin the surprise, Bancroft? I had no clue what that was.
Guy just gets a
Dude's bumper.
He gets a new Audi, delivered, and some motherfucker on a little moped crashes it.
Cassius Kirk says, DG, when are you going to default on that house? I'm a potential buyer.
Oh, yeah?
Hold on. Sorry.
I made serious offers.
What the hell's going on? Oh!
You fuckers.
Wait, there's more. Oh,
His
no.
game was the worst. Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh. Well, he's stuck up there. Oh.
Damn. That's a death.
Where's this last guy going to land?
These motherfuckers never trained?
No, his ass is going to...
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Boom.
Oof.
Right on the stairs.
That's a bummer.
One guy ate shit, and then the other... This
guy eats a little shit. Yeah, he's like, fuck, my knees.
And then the other dude eats literal shit in the porta potties.
But I think they're all Indians, so I mean, there's shit.
I mean, it doesn't look like it's in India. It's more green.
They got green in India.
Not that much.
Look at these people. Look at the people in the crowd. It's all like all I see is brown.
Is that
skin.
Hamas?
Yeah, look at that, dude. No, it's like it's burka. I'm just trying to cleanse the palate between these two guys.
No, we don't need to see that guy again.
Yeah, this is all from last week's. Remember this?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
They know how to make their bread look like titties. Even the bowls look like titties. But
yeah, that's how we make bridges between friends with titties.
Titty sandwich.
What you need to do is you need to find yourself a good woman.
That is just way too big.
With a nice pair of titties, and you need to marry her.
That's a lot of cheese.
That's not actually cheese. You know what that is? That's actually dolphin fat that they've butchered off of several dolphins that they captured in a cove.
Fuck you, dolphin.
Look, we make it look like butter, but it's really a dolphin fat.
We have been at the war with the dolphin for many years now. Primus with
you fucking bitch.
You know what, Mango? You may be right about that. Actually,
I need to. I'm ready to go to this place. I'm ready to go here. Especially that jiggle. I'm gonna wear some Umbro shorts. I'm gonna wear some like soccer shorts when I go there.
What
you
is
want to
this
bring your wife?
Of course, I'm gonna take my wife. I'm not gonna go to Japan without my wife. But I'll like wear some Umbro shorts with no underwear, and I'll sit there and watch those jiggling pancakes.
What's it called? Butter biscuit?
Mm-hmm.
What, they give you like a whole stick of butter?
Yeah. But they like make the butter for you. So it must be like Kobe butter. Like
it was propaganda, says Oz. It wasn't whale and dolphin. It was a chicken and a cow. That South Park episode was great.
Yeah, what if that butter was like it was made from like human breast milk?
Oh. What?
I can imagine them doing that in Asia. They're weird. Like, look at this.
I don't think the Japanese are that weird, though.
Yeah, they are. They're weird.
Okay,
Japanese
fair enough
people,
about the cat girls and stuff, but I don't think they go to that length.
Who do you think came up with the tapioca pudding? It's the fucking Asians, dude.
Yeah, the Chinese, I'm thinking.
Chinese, they came up with the tapioca pudding.
Yeah, but these are Japanese.
I just keep watching this over and over. What are they doing? It's more of a biscuit, and then they kind of like create an ovening thing. I'm wondering, like, how could you do that at home, you fucking asshole?
More
Every
like
time they cut that egg open, I get mad. But then they lay the ham. They cut the egg, and I'm like, you fucking piece of shit! You cut my egg, and then they lay the ham on, and I'm like, all right. I don't
You
feel
can
so
buy
bad. You
used
gave me some
women's
ham.
panties in vending machines in Japan. Yes, I forgot about that. Yep.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. You can get women's undies in
From a
vending
vending machine.
machines.
You can get a lot of
$1
stuff
million
from vending
bet
machines,
that butter
man.
right there is made from human breast milk.
I saw a wedding machine stuff, says Mango.
What's a wedding machine? Dude, did you like I see American Discord and these guys talking about a fucking Elm Street fan film?
Oh yeah. A couple of the fan films I've been watching were like Nightmare on Elm Street fan films, and he actually knows one or two of the guys that made the one that we watched. Yeah. So I thought it was pretty good. I mean, for a fan film.
What's it lean towards? Like the first one where it's a little more scarier, or does it lean into like the fucking waka waka shit?
The one I can't remember because we watched two in a row.
Like the first Nightmare on Elm Street is scary as shit. And then like it just like progressively gets into like,
the first one we watched.
Stuff. Hey, bitch, Dream Warriors.
Oh, yeah, no. So the first one we watched is the one that his friends made. It's actually based on the New Nightmare. The one where it's like very meta, where
they're like people within the movie making a movie, and it right. Yeah.
So it was called Dylan's New Nightmare, and they actually got the actor who played the little kid in that movie, Heather Langenkamp's son. As an adult to reprise the role, and that guy can mimic. The makeup was really good. The guy can mimic England's voice like you wouldn't believe. Like it sounded just like Robert Englund. Yeah. That one was really good.
That UFO just took a shit. I'm listening.
The second one we watched was like a prequel where he hadn't been killed by the parents yet. It was just right after that he got let loose off the trial.
So they were able to like get away from the.
Yeah, but the guy who they got to play Freddy out of makeup looked like a young Robert Englund, so it kind of worked. Like, yeah. Although that one was really weird. Like, it had a weird dream sequence, which made no sense since Freddy can't really attack you in your dreams because he wasn't, dead yet. So, but overall, it was pretty good.
Do we need a full feature Freddy, or are we done with that IP as a feature film?
I mean, it's hard to get away from Robert Englund as Freddy. Like he kind of needs to be. But if you're gonna, I say get the guy that Shelby's friends made, because that guy was spot. I mean, they'd have to put some shoulder pads in the sweater because his shoulders are like kind of more slouched and narrow than Robert Englund, so it kind of looks a little weird. But other than that, like I said, you put a couple of shoulder pads in that sweater, and that guy was the perfect replacement for Robert Englund. Sounded just like him.
Did you like the remake that they did with the little fella?
No. And nothing against him. He just wasn't really right for the role.
Yeah. Concur.
I did like that he tried to make it his own character by like, how Freddy would always like flick his hand so that the knives made like that shing sound.
Yeah.
He did the thing where he like flicked his fingers together and like would scrape the knives together, so it'd go like it would make like a clicking noise. I mean, he was trying to make it his own character, but like no, it was a pretty bad movie.
Hey, what's the name of that movie with Dennis Quaid where he's like jumping into people's dreams and shit, and he's got to fight a guy with a fucking snake head?
Going into people's dreams, and he fights a guy with a snake head.
Yeah. Dennis Quaid is able to like project himself into people's dreams
Dreamscape.
Is it that fucking simple?
That's what chat is saying. Dreamscape.
Okay. Thank you, chat. Read the chat. I know. I'm sorry. I'm getting sloppy. That means we should probably stop now. We've been going for almost 3 hours.
Oh,
So
you see Dr. Disrespect's joining Rumble?
I did see that. Do I need to fucking care?
Wait, what happened?
Dr.
And that's not a
Disrespect joined.
shit. I'm not being shitty to you. I'm wondering. I'm just saying, like, yeah, do I need to give a fuck?
Do I care if a self-admitted pedophile?
Oh, is he?
Rumble? Yeah,
I'm not. I didn't get into his shit. Is he a fucking pedo?
I still can't hear who you're talking about. Who?
Sorry,
Dr. Disrespect.
Oh.
Ew, brother. Is he really?
Well, he's also.
Is he
gay.
convicted? I mean, is he?
He's not convicted?
Not
but
convicted,
he was,
but he's just like, yo, I'm down with that.
communicating with an underage child.
Oh shit, he's prime material for CG then.
Ooh, yeah, he's Comicsgate King. That sucks. I wasn't a big fan of him before, and I'm glad because now I'm definitely not a fan of his shit.
Hey,
I don't go to Rumble. Do you guys watch Rumble?
No,
I never go to Rumble.
Yeah, I watch.
I'm
videos
like
on Rumble.
I was like questioning if Rumble is that desperate to get someone with a name over onto their platform because no one's there's some deal.
Yeah.
They should put all their cards on him like they did Ricada at the time. I think that should work out real good for him.
Yeah.
There's nobody else they could get to be a fucking person on Rumble. Holy shit. There's no celebrity other than some fucking weirdo.
You also have to take into account too that Rumble is just shit compared to YouTube.
Yeah, but they don't have some of the censorship. Is that way? Like everybody, they get to go over to Rumble and talk shit. Like what's the uniqueness of
the only uniqueness about Rumble, as far as I can tell, is the fact you get paid day one in terms of revenue.
I mean, I can't handle my liquor. I'm fine, fuckhead. I had a beer and my wine. I just got shit to do.
You're technically able to, but
I'm gonna go drink some coffee.
It's not like you actually do, you know. But yeah, the CEO. If Twitter is now the free speech answer to Facebook, Rumble is the free speech answer to YouTube. That's basically it.
Mm-hmm. Prove us, Matt. Drink. Come on, guys. I finished the beer. I had the glass of wine. Then I went and got a beer. Instead of getting like fucked up, I'd rather work on Rock and Roll Ninja. Is that okay?
That's good.
Chat. I'm doing Rock and Roll Ninja tonight, or do I get sloppy drunk? Which one? I prefer to do Rock and Roll Ninja.
What do you think, Champions Club?
What is that? That's what Doug Ernst was like saying today. It was like the best thing to do against just like the avalanche of lies and shenanigans is just to produce. Just create.
KSS. So KSS is saying I'm Rumble's new spokesperson.
Rumble.
They're shit compared to YouTube, but you can say more for now.
Yeah.
I should you know what? I should totally make that into a video. Thank you, KSS.
So we talked about Dark Gift, his shit going on. We talked about Sci-Fi. What do you got going on, Sci-Fi?
I'll probably do another stream tomorrow. Don't know if it'll be on Call of Duty or not. But yeah.
Copy that. And then later tonight, Lord Raptor.
Nothing till Wednesday.
Oh, you're not doing tonight?
Yeah, no, I'm not off.
Oh, okay. Copy that. You can play some Star Citizen? Is that what you're gonna do?
I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. Shit.
Copy. Sorry, I was getting a little personal. I apologize.
Mango.
you good, man.
Mango, I understand where you're coming from with this. Mango's saying I need to stop playing COD. Well, look, I'm not playing COD. tomorrow. Okay, I'll think of something else. Maybe Fortnite. How about that, Mango?
Fuck that new season. Yeah, the next season they got Godzilla.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, you don't think it's true?
I don't think it's real.
Really? What do you
Because
think? Somebody
have you
fucking
seen
made
like
that in
some of the-
AI?
I mean, all these supposed leaks are made with AI, so it's hard to tell if it's real or not. And these people are just doing it to get clicks anyhow. So
yeah,
Fortnite is as gay as their Kamala's map. KS is saying, Sci-Fi, rename your channel to Yellow Flash 3. Also, be sure to follow me on my locals. I'm trying to build a nice community over there.
I never understood the locals, like, I don't know.
The locals plug?
No, like, I went over there and like the UI is a little weird. Like, I'm like, what are you supposed to do?
Well,
with
again,
this?
it's made by Rumble, so.
Well, no, didn't Rumble buy it?
I thought
Or
they
did
made Locals.
No, I think Locals was its own thing, and then Rumble bought it.
Locals is cringe like my first ex.
It's like
What is it, set up by your uncle?
it's like a video. I don't know. Is it like a
KSS
Patreon or
That's
something?
what I thought too. I thought it was a dating site. It was like Ricada was talking about. I was like, oh, this fucking guy. It's like, hey, meet up with local people who also have coked out kids.
Yeah, the name doesn't do it any favors either.
Hey, you're not having a midlife crisis. Join Locals.
I apologize, Mango, that I used you as a joke about uncles. That's all right. I'm not fucked up, super drunk. I'm just ready to go get some work done. That's all.
Sounds good.
That's what I'm gonna keep saying. So, anything else, guys?
Nope.
No.
I guess I should probably plug my YouTube channel.
No. Don't. Dude, every time I start saying, I'm like, hey, man, you guys should subscribe to my channel. I lose subscribers. I'm just like, fuck it. I don't even want to talk about subscribing. So don't worry about subscribing. Don't worry about liking my shit. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We're not going to talk about it. All right. Have a good night. Be brave. Have fun. Be honest. Create. Love your wife. Love your family. Peace out. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah.